two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
5 for this Monday of LBFF Season 5. We are reaching the end of week number 5, and there's only one more week for you guys to come. And of course, I'm not alone, I'm not by myself. I'm besided by my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. Carol, have you fastened your seatbelts? It seems that you need to fasten your seatbelts a little bit, right?
Yes, I do need to fasten my seatbelt. I need armor number 4 because things are getting very strong around here, getting very interesting to watch, especially around here, Marcelo, because we got a lot of action going on today, but also we have to talk about a lot of things, right?
We have lots and lots of things to talk about. Maybe SS Esports taking the lead for the first time from Corinthians in this week number 5. We are getting to the end point of our regular season, and maybe SS Esports will get to the last week on the lead, right, Carol?
Exactly, and I'm enjoying so much the team of SS Sports. They are connecting so much, especially because Phoenix and Jubinha, they came from Black Dragons from last season. And even though they played together, it's kind of hard to adapt yourself to a new team, right?
And we are going to check the schedule for you guys to know what teams will be playing today. As we see, we have groups A and B. The teams that started the season come back to finish the week number 5 with Fluxo, Los Grandes, Metagaming, Pen Gaming, Santos, Real, Vivo KEYD against God Unidas, INTZ, Loud, Nitroxx Top 10, SS Esports, and Team Liquid. Lots to expect from all those teams, right, Carol?
And I'm always so excited to see when teams on the top of the table are playing against each other. Like yesterday, we got Corinthians, we got also before. But today, Marcelo, we got to focus on the teams. They are in the almost in the relegation zone.
Yeah, we see the teams getting ready to play for the day. We see Fluxo, Los Grandes, Metagaming, Pen Gaming, Santos, Real, and Vivo KEYD. You see ali over there Modestia with his nice haircut by the end, and we see Fluxo players coming in and they play on their rooms, right?
Yes, I was just gonna say about Cias, because he was getting ready in his chair and he was rubbing his hand,
warming his hand
to work his grenades.
Because the man is being so bad that he may be the chance for Fluxo to reach the top of the standings, as we are probably gonna have the standings coming up on the screen for you guys to check this out. Fluxo might try to engage into this fight for the top of the rankings. They are 100 points behind Corinthians. Yeah, they are, but a good day might bring them back to the fight, as well as Loud, another team that can come back to the fight. Vivo KEYD, a team that had an amazing Saturday. The fight for the 12th place still alive with Santos, Nitroxx Top 10, and Metagaming. But Carol, we have, as you said, we have to talk about the teams fighting against the relegation zone. We will not have Team 1 playing for today. What is sad for Team 1, they finished their matches for this week, and Pen Gaming, Team Liquid, God Unidas, Los Grandes, with a little more tranquility over there, with a little more calm over there. But still Los Grandes and INTZ fighting to leave that spot of the Axis group and maybe the relegation zone in the 17th and the 18th place. That will leave Team 1 far behind from the teams playing today. But we have some standings for you guys to check out about these teams fighting against the relegation, right, Carol? It will come up on the screen for you guys to check as soon as possible, but Carol, the fight is tough for those teams, right?
Yes, indeed. The fight against the relegation zone, because we know that the goal here, the goal, it is to get the trophy of to be the winner, of course. But also, if you wanted to be sure to play next season, you have to be inside of the top 12. And we got here INTZ, who started the season way better than last season. They have been improving and growing so much. As much Los Grandes, who came from the Serie B, they have also growing so much. They started the first weekend being the best one, right? And we got God Unidas, who got definitely a whole different squad, but they are struggling a lot here. We got Team 1, Pen Gaming, and Team Liquid that last week got their first Booyah. And all of them are struggling right now to not to fall into the relegation zone.
And by that picture that we are watching on the screen, I'd say that Los Grandes and INTZ are kind of safe from the relegation zone, since Los Grandes is 56 points ahead of the relegation zone, and
They still got
INTZ is
time.
59 points. And even though INTZ stood for 3 rounds on the bottom 2, the Z2 as we call, they are kind of clear over there. But God Unidas, Team Liquid, Pain Gaming, and Team 1 are in a desperate need of points, right?
Yes, exactly. And actually, Los Grandes, specifically today, it is the day that the team have the personal confrontations against, for example, INTZ, like we are seeing right now, and they have been struggling which exactly the teams that are going to play today. So they only got today to get more points ahead of these other teams to be back in the top 12. Of course, there's still next weekend. We were gonna have more action from this team, but today it is a day that they need to set a goal to be getting points to get inside to come back to the top 12.
But since we have INTZ and Los Grandes with a little breather, there are a few teams that need to show us something more, and they will do this right now, so stay tuned.
Esse final de semana ele é decisivo para o nosso time. A gente vai vir com uma postura totalmente diferente, a gente vai buscar mais o jogo. Nossa maior dificuldade nessa LBFF foi trabalhar bem o end game.
Disso, ele levou melhor pra cima do Arruda. O chadão da equipe do Fluxo. Será que o impacto deu?
Faltando mesmo pro nosso time nessa reta final é conseguir uma constância. Às vezes a gente começa a 1000 e nas 3 últimas a gente acaba deixando a desejar. Porém, a gente está treinando muito para conseguir sair dessa.
Semana ele é um dos mais decisivos para a gente vai depender muito do nosso desempenho, do nosso resultado. Dependendo dele, no último final de semana a gente se classifica sim ainda para a final. Uma das maiores dificuldades, né, o time tem se finalizando a partida com uma média de abate não tão esperada. Erramos com decisões iniciais aí.
Passando, Leal vai dançando, vai tomando bala. Olha, Balbal! Squad wipe do Santos pra cima da PEN.
Até lá a gente não vai perder a esperança nem a fé, porque a gente tem muito talento e vai mostrar isso para vocês. Tamo junto, Go PEN, é nóis.
Yeah, it's important for them to get a few kills more than what they've been having for those past weeks, and that might be the game plan for Pain Gaming and for God Unidas. We've seen God Unidas playing a more aggressive game and having a good day yesterday. That might be the solution for Pain Gaming as well, right, Carol?
Yes, exactly. And actually, I have I mean, it is more for myself, this what I'm gonna talk right now, than just out of curiosity about Pain Gaming and SS Sports. All the seasons, SS Sports have been changed their squad, like we watched yesterday in the arts that we had yesterday, and it's been working so good. But Pain Gaming, in the last 2 seasons, they stick with the same squad, and right now they have changed their squad for the first time in a long time. And the problem is, what is the thing that is missing for Pain Gaming that they cannot find themselves in the game? Because this is the second season, Marcelo, that they are always struggling in the table and go into the access group, go into the relegation zone, and they only have the opportunity to save themselves when they go to the access groups to decide if they will have again a new spot in the Serie A or if they will definitely go to the relegation zone. So what is that with Pain Gaming? It is the coach, it is the managers, because we know it is not always about the team, right? There's a whole squad behind them. So if SS Sports have the lucky to always bring a team that always work in Free Fire Brazilian League, what is the contrary with Pain Game? And also God got the exactly same performance.
And it's funny because Pain Gaming is one of the largest esports organizations in Brazil.
They got named.
We know the quality of their staff, of their organization, but it seems like the players don't fit in Pain Gaming correctly. But let's see if they will show us different in our 6 maps for the day. As we see, we are going back to that same rotation of Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda. And what do you expect for those maps today, Carol?
Something that I really like, it is double booyah, triple booyahs. But today, I will expect it exceptional today that teams that have personal confrontations, God and Pain Game, because Team 1 is not playing today, I will
And Team
expect,
Liquid.
yeah, and Team Liquid, I will expect it, one of these teams to come to each other, to invade the drop calls. Team Liquid did that last season. They went for the teams that were ahead of them or behind them, triggering their points. So today, I'm expecting the exactly same playing Team Liquid did last season. So let's see if Pain Gaming will come for God Unidas or Team Liquid, or if the other things will happen in reverse.
And Carol, yesterday was the kiss of death for FURIA. I told everybody
FURIA.
that I dreamed about FURIA getting the double booyah, and FURIA did not even get the points needed to stay fighting for the top of the rankings. But today will be the kiss of death for a team that is fighting not to get to the relegation.
I'm getting scared.
Because I believe Team Liquid will get the double booyah today.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Well, thinking about the results on Saturday, they were not even close to get a booyah. So let's see if today, maybe with Marcelo saying that, they will get a little bit closer. But seems like again Marcelo is hearing something. What is that, Marcelo?
I hear the control tower saying we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, through the flight R15D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Indeed, it is time to drop Marcelo, and we are heading straight to the land of Purgatory. A map that the guys know very well, not as much as Bermuda, but they know how to manage this map. So let's see if Fluxo Team, Santos, Pain Game, Metagame, Vivo KEYD, Los Grandes, Loud Team, Liquid, INTZ, Esports, God Unidas, and Nitroxx Top 10 will bring to us today.
And Gus is already surrounded by the players from Loud. He has the KAR, the car, in his hands to try to find some shots on the players from Loud. He dealt a lot of damage to K1, but he know he's surrounded, and Will taking the shots, 2 shots straight on Will. Nice shots by Gus, and he will need the help from his teammates that are coming from the sides, and they will find a player all alone from Loud. The one who was sandwiching Will, it was Kronos over there playing all by himself, and Rafa X is going after him.
And I mean, it amazes me to see Los Grandes doing this in the beginning of the game, because they are so bad in the table, Marcelo. And everything will count for them right now, especially against Loud, which we know it's very aggressive.
And Dus is on the floor. Kronos found the shots on Dus, and now he has to be helped by its teammates, or else he will die, because Kronos has his sights on him, and it doesn't seem like Los Grandes is eager to come for him. But look at Mamute. He had the luck to find Kronos trying to leave the house, and now the fight is on one. The ice is protecting Mamute over there right now. Kronos is rotating to inside of the house, but nobody there to save Dus, and they will leave him to die. They went after Kronos, and the first blood is Dus, and Kronos puts Gus to the floor as well. He puts Rafa X! Oh my god, Kronos! Now, the players from Loud are coming on straight on Kronos, but Gus is already back on its feet. Kronos trying to leave the place, trying to be on the sides of their teammates, but he is down on the floor, almost wiping out the whole Los Grandes squad. Amazing job by Kronos. But it seems that we have another fight going on right now. Pain Gaming going after God Unidas. The teams that are on the bottom of the table, 2 teams that we saw on our Stay Tuned to start the day, going at each other. And as Carol said, we see those teams fighting against the relegation, going at each other. Minuzi trying to surround Stick over there, and Miguel finds the shot, puts the stick to the floor, and Pain Gaming loses a player as well. And now we see once again Los Grandes against Loud, and Noda goes to the floor, but Gus is also on the floor. Rafa X tries to find the shot, and he kills Noda over there and helps Gus get back on its feet. K1 has only his weaponry to try to defend himself, since Will is far away, and now he tries to rotate from inside the house to go after Will. He tries to get some loot on the weapons from Kronos over there. and Mamute has the KAR, is targeting the house, and now Gus takes the car with Rafa X to leave and maybe reunite with Mamute. We see Kawan trying to find the shots, but that was not efficient, and Loud now has 2 players. Good fight for Los Grandes, even though they let Duz die for no reason. They still got 2 kills on Loud.
And I mean, right now they got the advantage of numbers, and they still decided to take it off, Marcelo.
They decided to take off indeed, Carol.
In the other hand, Loud is it is in a kind of a bad position right now because they lost Kronos, who is the best supporter they have in the whole season for Loud team specifically talking, and they stood right now with Will and Kawan, which are the front liners for Loud team. So they have to right now to test their skills as assistants and also frontliners. But if I were them, I would definitely hold back a little bit more and worry about right now the position, because Loud is still in the confrontation in the middle of the table.
And we saw INTZ lose a player to Vivo KEYD as well, by the hands of that god. It was Italo who went down, and now Santos fighting against Metagaming by Brasilia, a spot that we usually see that fight going on. And PH, who is playing for Santos today, the first day that he's starting the day for Santos, getting the help from FOM to take Lost to the ground. Lost, who had a good day on Saturday, now starts the day on the floor, as we see Nando9 also finding the head of Aranha and putting him to the ground. Kawe trying to rotate, trying to find the best spot to fight against all the Santos players as he rotates, and Santos also rotating from under the houses, trying to sandwich the whole metagaming squad in Brasilia. Phone is far away using the sniper rifle. PH, PH trying to find the grenades to inside of the house, and now metagaming is aware of that threat, going after Nam, Autoboot, and Rush on the sides of the house, and they're going in. PH finds the grenade to inside of the house. 3 players from Santos going in, and they put Lost to test, and test is good for Lost. He puts 2 players down and finishes off 2 players. Ian finds the head of PH, and now only Phone fighting for Santos. Great defense by Metagaming on their house in Brasilia. We know that Metagaming was fighting against the relegation zone, but because of that punishment that they took, however, they are having a good day, and they are having a good season as a team that is fighting to be on the top 12, Carol.
Yes, indeed. And I was about to say that was a good advanced game for Santos, because they are really good in the table, and they scoring early points for killing would help them even more to get to climbing points in our table. But right now, metagaming, since the probably the past 2 weeks, they have been showing us a totally different style of game where they don't avoid battles, they go for it. Even they have chased Netshoes Miners around the map, and they were not scared at all of Santos right now, and they got almost a squad wiper over Santos.
They almost got a squad wipe. Only Phone still alive for Santos, and Brasilia is becoming a danger zone. We see Los Grandes getting there as well. We saw Fluxo nearing the region, Metagaming taking control of the center of the houses, and now Phone has to deal all by himself with that chance of survival for Santos, right, Carol?
And let's just check it out, the game of Los Grandes right now. They go to fields, and they face off in their early stages against Loud, who goes to Crossroads, but then decided also to come for Los Grandes. And Los Grandes right now rotated all the way to Brasilia, and they prioritize the upper side of Brasilia in the little brown house, but right now they decided to come down. So tells me that because they are down to 3, they are not very too confident to fight against the other teams that they find. They sometimes face it off, like Nitroxx Top10 and use the same rotation, and they always get in this fight against Los Grandes. But it seems like maybe today, Marcelo, Los Grandes will adopt the safe game.
Probably
Maybe to prioritize the position.
Probably they will prioritize the position, prioritize the points that they can get for being alive, for staying alive, as the BGs would say. And look at who is in the center of the safe zone. Team Liquid taking control of the center of the safe zone. We will have the information onto where the safe zone is going right now. And it comes for you in the north of Brazil as Team Liquid in the center of the safe zone. They have control and they have the opportunity to fight the teams trying to come into the center of that zone with some ease, right, Carol?
And a lot of teams still out of the safe zone. Esports, Pen Game, God Unidas, Fluxo team, Nitroxx Top 10 also coming from campsite, and they will have troubles to get at least inside of Brasilia. Right now, the wise decision for Esports, for example, or even Pen Game, is to rotate into the other side where they will have a clear spot to find themselves. Right now, Marcelo, what's more important is to be already inside of the safe zone. So Team Liquid, Vivo KEYD, INTZ, they are definitely right in their position right now.
And now the shots coming in, and they find the head of Jubinha over there trying to rotate, and Pen Gaming will deal some trouble to SS Esports, and Leal sends But onto the ground. Jubinha trying to rotate, and he will go to the ground as well, but MTS with the grenades. He did an awesome job yesterday. And he finds the kill on Kaique. Oh my god, MTS! Oh my god,
No,
one only
he didn't.
grenade!
He didn't.
Oh my god, MTS once again! One single grenade wiping out the whole Pen Gaming squad!
No, he didn't. No, Marcelo.
How does he do it?
That's not even possible. I mean, he works so good with the fermentation of the grenade right now, and Pen Gaming, I don't know when. Oh, against God Unidas, they lost one of their players. Okay, and they were down to 3. But MTS working a cold blood and throw a grenade where at least 2 of their teammates were already down the floor. That took a lot of guts for him to do that. Wow, well done.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It seems that game after game, MTS just evolves, just becomes.
Just getting better and better, right?
And he's
definitely a pro.
He was ahead of the table a lot, and now in the kill leaders ranking, and now it seems that this is getting insane for him. We had the calculations yesterday. It took only 24 more kills for him to break the record that Juan set last season, and now it's only 21 in a blink of an eye. 3 kills with the easiest of the grenades, with the easiest of the plays.
That's what I'm gonna say. That was so easy for him. And he even had to calculate not where to throw the grenade, but I mean, where were the players? The 3 players of Pen Gaming right now, they are Instagram highlights for MTS because he shines so good. I mean, wow, well done.
Amazing play by MTS, and now we see the safe zone going for the north of Brazil.
It's kind of tricky, the safe zone, right, Marcelo?
Yeah, the safe zone is messing with us.
Yeah.
But still Team Liquid inside of the safe zone, still being able to stick themselves with the spot that they chose to play in. And we see Lucas Kawan trying to run. He's the last player remaining for INTZ, and Kawan finds the shots on him, now using the ice, and will go in after him as well. A fight between 2 teams that are left with only a few players, and Lucas Kawan sends Will to the ground, and now he will finish off Will to get the points for INTZ and try to bring Kawan down with him. He finished off Will, and now Kawan will try to fight using the sniper, but look at Lucas Kawan using the machine gun to find some shots. Kawan took some damage over there. It's a mano-mano fight, but Vivo KEYD is also coming from behind the grenades from Kawan coming in. Lucas trying to keep himself calm and to recover some life over there as Kawan tries the wall bangs through the ice. And now Lucas Kawan rushing onto Kawan. Kawan finds the sniper rifle, but Modeste just stole the kill. Another kill for Vivo KEYD, and they know that K1 is over there, and all by himself, he will try to defend against the whole Vivo KEYD squad as we see SS Esports going after Nitroxx Top 10. Phoenix breaking the ice. Jubinha was rotating, trying to flank the Nitroxx Top 10 squad. Phoenix defending a possible flank from Nitroxx Top 10 as well, as we see MTS taking the charge and being the leader on this rush against Nitroxx Top 10. SS Esports has 3 kills. The grenades are coming in, trying to find MTS over there. Shinase is the one with the utility. Grenades is still coming in. The safe zone is closing, and this safe zone will start to damage. Oh my god, MTS! Oh my god, once again! 2 players down with the grenade by MTS! 1 more player down from MTS! Holy moly, he wiped the whole squad! 3 kills for MTS in this fight, 6 already in the game! Oh my god, what he's doing is unbelievable! And now SS Esports fighting against the whole squad from Vivo KEYD. Pelzada finished off K1, and now Loud is out of the game in the 8th place. What is MTS doing?
I'm so dead right now. I can't believe my eyes, Marcelo.
Oh my god, now Jubinha leading the rush for SS Esports against Vivo KEYD. Him and Boot On are the rushers for the team as we see MTS on the floor, and that's not good for SS Esports since that guy put Jubinha to the ground as well, and MTS is together with him, but Boot On puts that guy to the ground and Modestia brings it back. There's only 1 player remaining for SS Esports, is Phoenix. He has to defend the whole squad. He puts MTS back on its feet, and now Modestia rotating to try to flank them. Nando9 finds a shot on Phoenix, and Modestia finishes off the SS Esports team, and now they stay with 7 kills. Triple kill by Modestia. Modestia, who is having a good weekend. He did an amazing job on Saturday. Now doing a good job to start the day, but Mamute found Modestia, and look at Mamute making it rain. Gus getting a kill on Modestia as well. Only 2 players still standing for it. Okay, and look at Nando9 and that god sending players to the ground with the greatest of ease. And now Los Grandes get swiped out by Vivo KEYD. Drax sends 1 more player back to the lobby. It was from God Unidas. Drax still trying to fight against God Unidas. Minus is the victim, and he is on the floor. Metagaming with 3 players, and now 8 kills for them in the match. Pelzada still trying to do magic with that grenade launcher. He sends Nobru to the floor, and Flak goes with the Bao. But Kawe found kill on the player from SS Esports, and Lucas TD with the grenade launcher once again. Now only CS remaining to fight against Team Liquid. Both teams are on the floor, and the grenades are coming in. MVR helps Pelzada. Now Japa BKR is still standing. Lucas TD goes to the floor once again with the Baba by Japa BKR. The grenade launcher from Pelzada finishes Nobru and puts Japa to the ground, and Pelzada once again with the grenade launcher making it work. 3 teams remaining, Metagaming, Team Liquid, and Vivo KEYD still standing and still fighting. Grenades by Ian putting MVR to the ground. Pelzada will try to help his teammate, and that helps, but the grenade once again coming in from the side, and Nando9 trying to fight Kawe. He puts Kawe to the floor, and now it's Metagaming against Vivo KEYD. Nando9 versus 2, and it's Booyah! Metagaming! Look at the hype! Look at the dog! Look at the dog!
Isabel!
Oh my god, I want the dog! That dog was amazing! But the guys stood their feet on the ground. They defended their positioning against Santos, and from every team coming at them. Metagaming with a safe game, but lots of kills for them. They get the first buoy of the day, Carol.
Metagame, who were in the past matches, they were getting so close of the Booyah, and right now they are starting this Monday with a beautiful Booyah with 12 kills, Marcelo. 12 kills in the baggage. The 12 points for the Booyah, 24 points well started for them. They were also fighting in the middle of the table. They were try not to get into the access group or the relegation zone. Starting the day very beautifully, very nice, but we also have to talk about how great Vivo KEYD were in this last match in Purgatory. Nando 9 stood all by himself using the Bushido, the bush to confuse the guys in the late stages of the game, like Juan did in Kalahari 4v4. But I mean, first place 24 points, second place 19 points, and Team Liquid in the top 3, Marcelo.
Team Liquid in the top 3, and SS Esports led by MTS getting to the 4th place, and they are now closer than ever to Corinthians. They might get the first spot on the rankings today, but Vivo KEYD is also making a run for the first place, Carol. We have to say, Fluxo with a good matchup, and Unidas also with 8 points. That brings panic to Pain Gaming.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, we started days talking about Team Liquid, Unidas, and Team 1, of course, Pain Gaming. And seeing them start very good today, it is definitely amazing. Pain Gaming went down with 0 points. I thought they had 1 point against Unidas, but I don't think so. But anyway,
they just lost a player.
They just lost a player. Was not a point for. Okay. Los Grandes in the 7th place. Loud, Nitroxx Top 10, INTZ, Pain Gaming, and Santos. Not a good start for Santos. And I would say the same for Loud. Loud, who have right now as an enemy Vivo KEYD and Fluxo team as well, and SS Sports. They need to definitely to step it up the game and go for it, trying to not, I would say, avoid the early fights. I would say avoid the early fights, specifically if you had to get points for your team.
And now we are going to check the standings for you guys to understand the picture for the season. SS Sports is now 12 points behind Corinthians. The countdown is getting closer and closer, but Vivo KEYD is getting closer as well. They got to 523 points as Fluxo gets to 440. But look at Pain Gaming and Team 1 getting away and away from their hopes of leaving the relegation zone. Unidas and Team Liquid gathering the points that they need to open that space in between them. And we see Los Grandes with a good job getting closer to Nitroxx Top 10, only 12 points behind Nitroxx Top 10. And Los Grandes now just don't fight to not be relegated, but they are fighting to get to the top 12. Santos did not do a good job, and Metagaming found themselves now a space to breathe now, since they have 33 points ahead of Los Grandes in the rankings. That almost secures them to finish the day inside of the top 12. That's amazing game by Metagaming. They are tied with Netshoes Miners and losing in the Booyah criteria of tiebreaker, but we still see that Metagaming can fight against Netshoes Miners, Loud, FURIA, and maybe Fluxo to finish the week in a good positioning, looking at the tables, right?
Yes, exactly. And once again, coming back to the other side of our table, Loud have right now to fight to go against the Fluxo team. Today is it is the day that we'll name it.
The key day.
The key day, exactly. That's the word. The key day for Fluxo, for Santos, Nitroxx, Los Grandes, INTZ, and also for the teams that find themselves close to the relegation zone. But Loud have to step it up with that. Vivo KEYD started the day really good, definitely really good. They, by the end of the day, not if SS Sports keep going so good with the development during the maps, the performance, but Vivo KEYD have the opportunity to reach where SS Sports is right now. And when you ask me about my expectation for the matches today, I said the teams should come for each other, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Vivo KEYD should try to invade the call of Fluxo team or SS Sports.
We have lots and lots of things to discuss on regards to the table, but we'll do that after a quick break, and in 1 minute we'll be back. As we have the ice protecting players from INTZ, but SS Sports is trying to rush in, but On finds the first takedown, and now the players from SS Sports MTS getting the triple kill and wiping out the whole INTZ squad.
Two times knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live, and Carol, as we said, we have lots and lots of things to discuss. And as you said, Vivo KEYD might take the place that is with SS Esports right now if they still get the good day that they seem to be having to start the day. But they can also take the second place from Corinthians, right?
Yes, indeed, Marcelo. We have seen that great things happen here. If you keep the solid game during the matches, if you keep the consistency to manage at least to be in the top 3 or the top 5, you can get great points to jump in our table, and that's definitely what Vivo KEYD should do. I would be a little bit more bold and I would come for SS Sports. I would definitely go in Kalahari right now and go to the same drop call as SS Sports to damage their game a little bit, which is not fair, but it is fair inside of the game.
And we know that Kalahari is a good map for metagaming, a team that likes to play the antenna region over there, and maybe we'll get another booyah with the doggo coming in on the screen. That doggo, he's amazing! Oh my god, I need that doggo in my house!
Luis Amel!
I need that doggo in my house. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god. I really want that doggo in my house.
Yes,
oh
yes,
my god.
I
And
have one like that. Exactly.
you have one? And now I'm cheering for metagaming for the doggo to show up a little more on our screens.
Yes, please show you guys your pets. We want to see.
Send us your pets. Send us your pets. My Twitter is at mhferrantini, and Carol's is Bombshell Carol. Send us on Twitter, send us on Instagram. Our Instagram is here on the screen. Send us your pets. We like pets, but we also like to hit the skies because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies, Carol! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D2 heading straight to Kalahari, this is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
It is time to drop in Kalahari map, the map that we know it is very hot, and we know that Santos and before have this love for refinery. But as before is not playing today, Santos will take this over, and let's see who is going to come for Santos, because everything seems so calm, so far so good. And then Nitroxx Top10, who got a double booyah today, Marcelo, got right now a replacement.
They got a replacement. Garoto Romeo going out, and JHZZ coming in his place, and this is the lineup that is more used to play for Nitroxx Top10. Victor 7, JHZZ, Chinese, and Spill. It's the starting lineup for Nitroxx Top10, right?
Yes, exactly. And as we are watching here, the little camera in their game house, we see that the coach, Capgi, he's always standing watching the players while they are playing. And Marcelo, if you were a coach, would it be during the matches, would it be by the players, or you just gonna to be watch it away from them and prefer only talk after the matches?
Since the online matches allow the coach to be near the players, to talk to the players, I'd be near them because it's one more head giving ideas. But I don't think a coach should impose their ideas to the player, because the players are feeling the game a little more than the coach. However, he's a guy who can try to figure out some strategies from other teams, a guy who can be a different point of view, looking from outside to the players that are playing. When we see Guerra coming in for Ruivo in INTZ, and the starting lineup for INTZ also in game for this second match.
And I like what you said about another head thinks better. You know, I mean, we already have 4 players playing, and with the 5th head of their coach will help them definitely develop more skills during the matches, during the rounds, during the game.
Or to comprehend some rotations from other
comprehend,
teams.
Exactly, or maybe just to take notes of mistakes or different things that they should have done while playing. And I have noticed that most of the players do that. They always stand by the players and are helping them somehow. But I have asked a few coaches about that, and they said sometimes they decided together with the captain of the team, or maybe they just let it be in the hand of the players.
Yeah, I think the coach has to have this reading ability to its players to know when to input something to the players,
But
and
respect,
when to
right?
respect
Yeah.
the moment that the players. I mean, if I were a coach, I'd never shout instructions during a team fight. It's a moment for decisions, and if you have tons of information coming in your ears, that is prejudicial for the players. And now MVR is the first player back on the lobby. The first blood goes for Pain Gaming against Team Liquid, shooting the butt of MVR over there, of MVR indeed.
And Marcelo, I don't know if you have noticed, but this is the second match, and Team Liquid already down to 3, getting really bad with the game, and
Was I
maybe
the kiss of death?
you are the kiss of death for them.
Once again, I'll stop doing my predictions because I might end up being hated by the teams, and there are teams that I really like playing in LBFF. There are teams that I wanted to develop a good relationship because they're nice. I like some teams that are playing in the LBFF. I want to be Twitter buddies with them.
I agree with you because I have the same connection with a couple of the teams. I really enjoy. I'm really enjoying to watch Nitroxx Top10 playing. I like to watch FURIA team playing. We know we should not have preferences. I enjoy it all, the whole competition. But there are some specifically players or teams that we like. We want to watch it, you know?
Carol, I mean, we have to do an unbiased work. However, everybody that starts to love something at the point to work with that thing, when you talk about sports in general, and esports is the same thing, they have a passion for a team since they're youth. I mean, I'm a soccer caster as well, and I cheer for Botafogo. I have no shame on saying that.
But you have to be equal when Botafogo is playing.
When Botafogo is playing, I have to be equal, as I have to be equal in LBFF season 5
Agreed.
and 6 and 7, whatever seasons that we cast over here, despite liking some teams more than other ones, and the crowd, the public should know that their casters love some teams. Their casters like a team more than another one. And that is normal. That is the sport. That is why we work with sports. This is because we love sports.
And we would never cheer against the other team, right?
Yeah. And now we see the fight going on between Vivo KEYD and SSC Sports through being sent back to the lobby. Vivo KEYD getting the best of SSC Sports, and Phoenix goes to the floor. Nando 9 with the flick and the headshot. And now the only player remaining for SSC Sports, he puts General to the floor and sends him back to the lobby. And now Dead God goes after him and sends SSC Sports with only 1 point back to the lobby.
Again.
Vivo KEYD is coming for SSC Sports.
Again, because in Purgatory they did the same. By accident, but they did. And right now in Kalahari, Marcelo, they are listening to me.
They are listening to Carol indeed. And now we have Loud fighting against Metagaming once again. We see Kronos already on the floor and back to the lobby. Kawe was the one who sent him there. And look at Drax putting K1 on the floor. Metagaming taking 2 players from Loud off the game. As we see INTZ also fighting with God Unidas. But Metagaming lost a player who was lost indeed. And now they have to deal with the 2 remaining players from Loud. Once again, Loud getting into a fight, taking a player from the other team and losing 2 players, and remaining for the rest of the game in a disadvantageous position against almost all teams. And look at Italo going after Pops and sending him to the ground. Lucas K1 is the one trying to get to Mike, as we see Aranha supporting from afar, and he finds the shot on Miguel. A nice headshot to finish off Miguel. But Mike puts Guerra to the floor, and the Ice will lead the time for Mike to finish off the player, and now he has to fight against 2 players, and Italo comes and finishes him. It was Lucas K1 who finished him off. INTZ lost a player but wiped out the whole God Unidas squad, and that's important for INTZ to get a little further away from the relegation zone, Carol.
Important things are happening for important teams, Marcelo. Vivo KEYD came twice for SS Sports. They have this personal confrontation in the table in points. INTZ, who are in need of points, they are getting their point by killing, which is everything, the goals that they have set here today. But talking about goals, I don't think the goal of Loud it is to lose players and be always down to 2. This is the second time here today they find themselves in this kind of situation.
The second game and the second time that they are like this. Not the best strategy by Loud as of right now, as we see Team Liquid also coming for them on the map. Santos is close. We see Rush trying to gather some information. We know that Santos is always in the refinery. There's always money in the banana stand. There's always Santos in the refinery in Kalahari, but Fluxo took the refinery as well and sent Santos to the hills below the refinery. And they are getting together because the safe zone is going that way, Carol.
And we know that the best of the best call for Santos is in the refinery, but right now they have to share that with the other teams, because right now it is really important to position yourself where the safe will shrink. Pen Game is still alive, showing us that they still got the guts to be ready for the game, and let's see if they will surprise us, because still there is time to get a double booyah. Is Metagame still alive?
Metagaming
No.
Metagaming is still alive.
It is still alive, so
They were the ones who took 2 players from Loud.
oh yeah, that's right. And I was about to say of Metagame and Loud, this is the second season that they keep meeting each other in Kalahari.
And we see that the rotation is going towards the east of the refinery to the west of Safe Port, the playground, and the command post. The command post, that is the place where Corinthians got their best results in Kalahari. We know that it's a strong position, and it's a disputed position between those teams, and the safe zone is closing to playground.
In favor of Metagame, who already got
Metagame.
the booyah here today, right, Marcelo? And actually, that were the first booyah of them in Purgatory. They already got an amount of 4 booyahs, if I'm not mistaken, but the first one in Purgatory, which was excellent. And right now, Vivo KEYD have the clearance, Marcelo, to get inside of the safe zone with no problem.
And they are going after that safe haven, that safe spot for them to play the last moments of the game. As we see Fluxo in the refinery having to rotate. We see Nobru, who was away for almost 2 days for 2 days last week, and 1 day, half of a day in this week. Now back on the starting lineup for Fluxo, who is playing with Japa BKR, Nobru, Fak, and Cias. And we see Dust trying to fight Leal over there. He deals a lot of damage to Leal. The players from Pen Gaming trying to find the best place to fight, and now we have the fight going on between Los Grandes and Pen Gaming. We see Kaique trying to get the shots. The ice is protecting Los Grandes. The The structure from the refinery also protecting, but Kaique fell to the ground because Duz was well positioned and found the shots. And now Mamute coming with the grenade launcher. Half-X and Gus! Gus with the double grenade! 2-stick and Kaique in pain. Gaming is wiped out! Amazing job with the grenades and the grenade launcher. And Duz will be left to die once again.
And we have seen that Pain Game have been suffering a lot with grenades and grenade launchers, Marcelo. Should them study a little bit more the game about the grenades?
Maybe trying to spread a little bit the players. They are getting double or triple kills every time.
Yeah.
And now we see the fight between Santos and Fluxo outside of the refinery. Fluxo had to rotate and defend on the targets of Santos. We see PH trying to hold the players from Fluxo and throw the grenades on them. He cooked the grenade well, but it did not hit the players from Fluxo. Output is the one holding the door for the Fluxo players. Sia is trying to use the grenades. The grenades come from Santos as well. As we see the fight going on between Nitroxx Top10 and Team Liquid as well. Autoboot, he's the one looking for the Fluxo players. Rushes from above, but he chose not to show his face, not to engage into this fight more clearly. He is going for the safe zone, and he will try to play this fight from inside of the safe zone, but Autoboot is on the floor, and now Santos is getting surrounded by Los Grandes as well. Cias using the grenade to kill Autoboot, to finish him off and send him to the lobby. He is using the ice to protect himself and to find the grenades that are coming from the side, and he finds PH, putting PH to the ground. And now the fight's happening all around the map as we see Aranha dealing with metagaming as well. Italo finding the player from Nitroxx Top10, and now Fuck going after the players from Santos. We see that there is only 5 still remaining. It's only Rush over there, and he is on the ground. Fuck took off to try to save Santos for a little more time, and Gus finds 2 kills on the grenade against the Fluxo players. Los Grandes already with 5 kills, but Gus is on the floor. Nice rush by Cias, going after the player from Los Grandes. Gus may be helped by his teammates as we see that guy finishing off Vito 7 and sending Nitroxx Top10 back to the lobby. Team Liquid also fighting with less than 4 players, only 2 players, and Cias got the quadra kill to save Fluxo against Los Grandes. Only Mamute and Half-X remaining for Los Grandes, as we see Fon still surviving for Santos on the top of the antenna. Lucas Kawan and Italo have to fight for Aranha. Aranha will not be helped by its teammates as we see Vivo KEYD, Team Liquid, Los Grandes, Fluxo, Santos, and INTZ still alive. Lucas Kawan taking lots of damages in this fight against Vivo KEYD, but he sends Modestia to the ground. Fox sends Dead God to the ground and steals the kill from Modestia. Only 1 player remaining for Vivo KEYD. No players remaining for Vivo KEYD because Fuck did an incredible job and got the 2 kills. Now Lucas TD trying to find Half-X on the bottom of the mountain. Team Liquid going after Los Grandes as Fluxo has to climb down the mountain to fight in the center of the safe zone. INTZ sent back to the lobby by Mamute. He gets the kill to finish off. Only 4 teams remaining and only 8 players remaining. Fluxo with an amazing advantage of 4 players against only 4 more players remaining, split by 3 teams. So they had to deal with 2 single teams and 1 duo team, but the grenades are coming in and sending Fuck to the ground and CS as well. Only Japa, BKR, and Nobru still remaining. Phone trying to get to the center of the safe zone, and he has to fight Nobru, but Nobru gets the kill. Japa BKR is on the floor. Nobru gets to the floor, and it's Booyah! Team Liquid! It took them 4 weeks to get the first Booyah, but it took only 1 more week to get the second one. And if they were fighting to stay alive, now they are fighting to get the Booyah, Skaro!
And we can feel how proud they are of themselves right now, because they have been struggling so much this whole season to get in Booyahs, to get points, to get ahead in our table. And this came right in time, Marcelo, to help them to not to fall to the relegation zone. That was good news because against God Unidas and Pain Game, they remain alive. getting a booyah and open a big gap ahead of the other teams. But also great stuff for Fluxo team, who went down to the second place, and Vivo KEYD, who went down in the sixth place, but it still got a great points.
But Carol, it's amazing what Team Liquid did, because they were with only two players for the whole game. They lost 2 players really early in the game, and then Lucas Dede and MVR played. It was Lucas Dede and Boss over there played the smart game. They hid themselves. They fought the last fight with the best positioning. It was an intelligent play by Team Liquid to get to that booyah. They get 18 amazing points for them, as we see. Look at they getting 4 kills.
Yes, and I remember that happened with Cruzeiro last season in Kalahari. Cebotiva, Dedu, Natividade, and Cebolinha got a booyah with only 2 players alive. And right now was the time for Team Liquid. Like I said, this booyah came right on time for them. And a Fluxo team in the second place, but Los Grandes also down to 2. They did a great performance, Marcelo.
It was a match where the teams who had the fewest players stood their grounds to remain until the end, and Fluxo, who was the team who had 4 players still remaining on the top 4 against only 4 players from 3 different teams. We reached the point where we had 4 teams playing and only 8 players. 4 players were from Fluxo, and then 4 players from the other 3 teams. 2 were from Team Liquid, 1 from Los Grandes, and 1 from Santos. It was Fon that was still remaining over there. And they stood their ground up until the end and fought Fluxo. And in the end, Team Liquid got that booyah, that amazing booyah that will change some things in the rankings, right, Carol?
Yes, indeed, will change everything for them right now. Like I said, they will have this a game a little bit more ahead of the God Unidas. The pen game will help them definitely in amount of things.
So let's check the standings for you guys to understand the picture of what's going on in the season. We see Vivo KEYD getting closer and closer to SS Esports and Corinthians. SS Esports is 11 points behind Corinthians since they only scored 1 point in this match. Team Liquid taking the 15th place from God Unidas and getting closer to INTZ.
Yeah, 10 points ahead of God Unidas right now. They are getting close of INTZ, and I tell you what, by the end of the day, if INTZ don't watch out, Team Liquid will take that spot, because this is possible today, Marcelo. I would say 1 more booyah, 2 more second places, I don't know, but they will definitely come to take their spot. And metagame, since yesterday, since the start of this weekend, they have been getting a great placements, even though they were penalty weeks ago for the break of the rules. They have stood up very good, and right now they are not only inside of the top 12, but getting ahead to very close of Loud, for example.
They are in the left side of the table.
They are in the left side of the table, indeed. And we will have also Fluxo team fighting against Vivo KEYD. What Vivo KEYD is doing, chasing Netshoes Sports, I don't know if it's happening by accident, but it's working.
It's working, and since last week, Vivo KEYD is having amazing days, and that sent them back to the fight. We saw that they had an amazing start of the season, a poor mid-season, and they are coming back to close the regular season on a high note, right? They are getting to the fight for the first place of the tables.
Yes, Marcelo, and I'm really enjoying all the games this weekend. We are having fights, real fights going on, because the first week, we know it is a good to rush to get points ahead of the other teams, but right now none of those teams want to fall, so they will definitely get a new strategy to fight over the points and get big jumps in our table. So guys, stay tuned, because this was just the first 2 matches. We'll have a lot of more things going on. I feel that, and Marcelo felt that when he said about the booyah of Team Liquid today.
I said Team Liquid was getting a double booyah today. The first one is already done. Will we have another one? We know that Team Liquid had their booyah in Kalahari, indeed, in last week, and they having a booyah in Kalahari once again in this week. We will know if Team Liquid will get the next booyah for the day. In just 3 minutes, we'll be right back. Team Liquid has to fight against Nitroxx Top10 and before they're sandwiched. Nitroxx Top10 goes on Belzada! Belzada! Oh my god, the grenade launcher! Belzada! Is this the time? Is this the time for Team Liquid? Oh my god! The grenade launcher once again! Belzada tries! Juan tries to defend himself with the ice barriers. The grenade launcher is still in the hands of Belzada. They have to surround before. And the grenade launcher comes in. 2 players down. Is it now? Is it going to happen? R7 still in the and it's Booyah! Team Liquid!
One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right, knock him out, knock him out.
We are back live, and Carol, we had the first booyah from Team Liquid in this week, and it's important for us to understand how the kill leaders feed is going on right now, as we will have the rankings coming on the screen. MTS with 93 kills. Oh my lord, how is he doing it?
Okay, so now is the time for you to bring the information. How many kills Juan finished last season?
111. He's only 18 kills behind.
18 kills behind Marcelo, and we still have today and 3 more matches next week.
SS Esports will play in two matches. He has 16 maps to get 18 kills.
Dear
It's
Lord.
almost 1 kill per map, and that's easy for him. As we are seeing today, he got He's getting each grenade that he
Yeah.
throws, he gets 3 kills.
I'll
He
tell-
throws a grenade and he gets 3 kills.
I tell what, he needs the trophy of the MVP, and he needs the trophy of Kobe Bryant, because all of his kills that we are watching is for grenades, and it's like one single grenade, 3 players down.
Yeah, he throws a grenade up. Oh, a nag on my hand. Let me throw this sack. 3 kills.
Is he working with apples at home?
Yeah, he's probably targeting with apples. He's playing with, I don't know, that bolinha perereca. Do you remember bolinha perereca?
I have never heard about that.
That rubber ball that you throw on the ground and it bounces like
Oh, yeah.
insanely high.
Bolinho perereca.
It's in Rio de Janeiro. That's called bolinha perereca.
Got it. But also see us joining again, and he's really good with the grenades as
Put
well.
on back on the list.
Put on back on the list, and it's going to be a tough fight against Ousado, Vitin, and they are getting close. Before is not playing today. Team Codasolid is also not playing today, and Corinthians. So let's see if Put on and Cias will, by the end of the day, taking the spots of these guys.
But do you remember that time that way in the past when Ousado led the Q rankings? It was Saturday. Ousado was leading Saturday our Q leaders, and now he's 14 kills behind MTS.
Things have changed so fast, right, Marcelo? I
It's-
feel like so old right now.
This weekend is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
To see what MTS is doing for this weekend, and that is what is bringing SS Esports to the top of the tables. And will it happen in this map, Carol? We have 11 points separating Corinthians and SS Esports. Will it happen in this map?
Notice that Vivo KEYD, it's coming for SS Sports. We don't know if that's by accident or if that it's their own choice. We know that Bermuda is an awesome territory for SS Sports. We can trust in that. In the other hand, we know that Vivo KEYD is definitely on the game, but Fluxo team is coming right behind them. We have to worry also about Loud, but there is something else that we have to worry, Marcelo.
What?
The control tower.
Control Tower is calling.
Yeah.
They sent me a quick information. Do you know what is the team with the most points in Bermuda as
What
of
is
right
that?
now? SS Esports. So we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen from the flight R15D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantino, and by my side my co-pilot Coral Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop as we go back on the screen, but it's time to drop indeed, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bermuda map, where the map that Marcelo said, I said, we all know now that SS Sports got the best performance, most points for killing, most points for everything. They already got 11 points for Booyah in their baggage. Let's see what else they are going to get, Booyahs or points. But one thing is for sure, Vivo KEYD can get enough of them, but Fluxo team is right around the corner. But what's around the corner, it is Team Liquid's Booyah? Who knows?
Maybe the second Booyah from Team Liquid, but Carol, you have to say something. If Vivo KEYD wants to go after SS Esports right now, they will have to go through Los Grandes, because they went far, far away, and this is important. As we know, Santos is bringing Dudu FFX back in the place of PH, but it might give SS Esports the calm that they need to go after Corinthians in this matchup. We know that they only need 11 points because they are ahead of Corinthians in the criteria of the tiebreakers, and it might now be the chance for SS Esports.
It will be a nice chance for them right now. The thing is, when you're getting into the late stages of the competition, when you're getting ahead of by the end, Marcelo, you have to study the teams. They are triggering you in the table, and SS Sports had the mission to be prepared for that already, you know, and they are facing off with Vivo KEYD. Might be a strategy of Vivo KEYD, not happening by accident.
That might be a strategy indeed, but it seems that Vivo KEYD will not go after SS Esports. They will go after INTZ to get the points. They send Aranha back to the floor with a nice shot by Nando9 to get the kills. And now Bimazak is all Vivo KEYD's because they sent INTZ back running to the hills. And Carol, that might be a good strategy for Vivo KEYD. They chose not to open themselves and go after SS Sports, who went to the northeast side of the map, and they chose to control the middle and close the door to SS Sports to come. They will wait to SS Sports to come after them. That is an interesting strategy. If they know the drop calls from the teams that they want to stop, they don't need to go after them. They just need to stop on the map in between them and the safe zone, right?
Yes, and that's why I said the teams should have studied before the matches each one's strategies, because SS Sports should be aware not only of Vivo KEYD but also Fluxo team and Loud. They have this confrontation against them for the first place in the table. And Vivo KEYD's work right now, it is very good, and actually they have the completely team having 4 plays with 40 kills each at least. General, Nando9, Dead God, Modestia, and General is leading in assistance. The best one is assistance here so far in Free Fire Brazilian League. Of course, behind of Chronos, Memgod, and Nando9.
And he still leads the team in kills. We know that he was figuring near the top of the rankings, but now Nando9 and Modestia got 1 kill each, and they are going after the INTZ players, and that is indeed the place where it seems that the rotation from SS Sports will come. They are going to Bimazak. They're closing the gaps on Bimazak, taking the houses to be positioned to hold the rotation from SS Sports. That might be an awesome strategy by Vivo KEYD for this day. They got ahead of SS Sports in Kalahari. That might show up once again in Bermuda, as we see Team Liquid getting shelter from the danger zone to not risk getting bombed down by the airplanes, right, Carol?
That's right. And Marcelo brought the information for us about the team who got more kills in Bermuda. I said that the best team in Bermuda were SS Sports. Marcelo complimenting me, saying that they also got more kills. But in the second place comes Loud. Loud, who in the first 2 matches went back to the lobby in the 8th and 9th position. They are definitely not starting in a good day today, but they still got time and maybe a chance here in Bermuda.
And they had an awful day on Sunday as well. They finished the day with no top 5 finishes in points. We recall that, and maybe it's been a bad weekend for Loud as of right now. 8 games and still no top 5 finishes for them, as we see Vivo KEYD rotating once again to the north of Bimazak, the northwest of Bimazak, because they saw Metagaming and Santos rotating there, and they found the players from INTZ behind them. But look at Team Liquid ambushing the Vivo KEYD squad, and they have to use the eyes to protect themselves. Lucas Teden and MVR could not get the kill, but now Peusada from below trying to fight with his teammates. MVR is once again rotating, trying to find the best position to fight against Vivo KEYD. INTZ is also there, and Vivo KEYD might get sandwiched between those 2 teams.
And I mean, right now, Team Liquid engaged in this early fight can send them from the buoy to the bottom. They should definitely watch out for that. INTZ, who is down in a couple of players, got the number disadvantage. It is everything about the strategy right now. If I were INTZ, Marcelo, I would definitely not engage in this fight right now and worry about my points. We started the day talking about INTZ, how bad they are in our table.
And it seems that they cannot avoid this fight because Italy is inside of the same storage The 3 Vivo KEYD players are in, and
And
Lucas,
they don't have noticed about that, right?
they didn't see Italo
Yeah.
behind there, and that guy will be the one to notice because he gets to the side of Italo and he has to use the shields. He now knows the position from the INTZ player who was trying to keep himself safe. And now the rotation from INTZ is coming. General still don't have the information that Italo is rotating as well. And now that guy is going after him and getting the kill on Italo as well. 3 kills for Vivo KEYD, all 3 on INTZ. And the last player from INTZ took off as quickly as possible, Carol.
And Vivo KEYD, ooh, Loud got the last player of INTZ.
Lucas Kawan could not run for long enough because Kronos got the kill on him. The Warlock doing a great job and sending him back to the lobby, Carol.
And we're probably going to watch SS Sports, Loud, and Vivo KEYD in the same grounds, fighting for the top.
Do you remember what happened in that exact same scenario on Sunday? SS Sports tried to go after Loud, and Loud wiped out SS Sports with the greatest of ease coming from the bottom of the hill. They tried to engage into this fight in the middle of the hill, and with the better positioning, Loud destroyed SS Sports. It seems that they will not go for the same fight as they did, as they are fighting now Los Grandes on the bottom of the valley.
And yesterday we finished the day talking about how important today would be for SS Sports, and they are feeling the pressure, Marcelo, because they are not having great performance today. The first match in Purgatory was really good for them. They got amazing points for killing, but it's still low points for position. And right now they still are engaging early fights, getting the chance to be sent back to the lobby with 0 points for position, and this can be very bad for the points today because Vivo KEYD, two rounds already happened, two matches already happened, and they are getting closer and closer.
And Carol, we know that we started the game with 48 players. 4 players were down, eliminated from INTZ. 3 of those kills went to Vivo KEYD, and Kronos had 2 kills. We have MTS out of the game. So by our math, by our calculations, Kronos was the one who killed MTS. So probably SS Sports tried to engage into that fight once again against Loud, and Kronos stopped them by killing MTS, who was trying to survive over there. And K1 went out of the game because Vivo KEYD seems to be coming after Loud. That's what it seems. It appears that Vivo KEYD is coming after Loud. We see Kronos also on the floor. SS Sports is engaging into this fight as well. And that god will probably steal that kill against that god. We see Will taking lots of damages, being targeted by the Vivo KEYD players. Vivo KEYD playing with the eagerness of the teams that want to be on the top of the table. And they are coming for SS Sports. But look at Noda with the grenade, putting General to the ground. Nando9 uses the ices, and now Noda uses the shield to protect himself against Modestia, but Will goes to the floor by a nice shot by Nando9 once again. The grenades are coming in, Noda trying to defend himself. The shots from Modestia hit him, deals lots of damage, but Noda goes to the floor. Kronos helps down, but Loud is wiped out by Vivo KEYD. Vivo KEYD still defeating the players from Loud despite losing 2 players to the floor. They were not sent to the lobby, but they were taken down by Loud, and now they are coming for SS Sports indeed, Carol. They are stopping SS Sports on their trails and guaranteeing that they will win the fights mano a mano.
And I pictured this. I said SS Sports, Loud, and Vivo KEYD would meet each other in the same ground. Vivo KEYD, who came for Loud, they spotted few shots them against SS Sports. And if SS Sports doesn't hold their horses right now, Marcelo, they will probably also be sent to the lobby by the hands of Vivo KEYD. Vivo KEYD, who started the very good, getting amazing points even without Buyas. They are the team. They are getting more points so far.
And now we see Los Grandes being engaged by God Unidas. They are coming after Los Grandes. Mamute finds the head of Bobs and sends him to the floor. Now God Unidas have to work on bringing back the player was on the floor, and Mamute was not deceived by the ghillie suit from Miguel. He sends Miguel back to the lobby, and he sends Bobs to the lobby as well. And now Gus with the grenade sending Mike to the floor, and Unidas is wiped out. Mamute doing a good job. He started the season as the best player we had over here, and now with 3 kills, maybe Mamute will try to come back to the list of the MVPs. Probably it will be tough for him to reach MTS right now, but he can come back to figure in the top 5 list, right, Carol?
And like you said, very good stuff for Los Grandes as well, because they are in the fight to not to fall in the relegation zone. In the other hand, INTZ went back to the lobby, which is good for them because they can score points in advantage of INTZ right now. And I mean, they started the day not so bad. With things that haven't happened with them right now, they are holding in a really good positions. They are getting slow points, but still doing their parts. But let's see if SS Sports specifically will do their part right now, as the teams are heading to the center of the safe zone.
And now we see Nitroxx Top 10 coming for Pain Gaming, but they will have to deal with Santos as well. But now Victor is back on the lobby already, Carol. And Pain Gaming trying to hold the players from Nitroxx Top 10. We see that Rick over there is the one gathering the shots and leading the charge against the Nitroxx Top 10. Phoenix puts Nando 9 to the floor, and the fight between Vivo KEYD and SS Sports will happen. As we see Rick having to deal with the ice barriers from the players from Nitroxx Top 10. And now Hick is getting engaged by those players. He's using the ice inside of the house to give a little trouble to the players from Nitroxx Top 10, but the grenades are coming in, and Hick will be sent back to the lobby. As we see Modestia wiping out the whole squad from SS Sports. They only have 1 player still remaining. Modestia is making his name and taking names from Vivo KEYD. From SS Sports, I mean. As we see Stick trying to hold the players from Nitroxx Top 10, and Santos engaging into this fight from behind against Pain Gaming. Kaique is sent to the floor by Phone Meta Gaming, is all wiped out. Sias doing an amazing job with the grenades once again. Phoenix trying to bring back the fight with SS Sports for the team against Vivo KEYD. Autoboot enjoying killing Leal over there and finishing him off. Now Kaique is near the corner, and he will have to engage against the players from Santos, and he sends the FFX to the ground. SS Sports is wiped out by Vivo KEYD. They went after SS Sports once again, and they finished off SS Sports. Kaique trying to find the best place to fight. Stick put J8ZD to the ground. Nitroxx Top 10 still not having a good day up until right now, as Kaique tries to keep Pain Gaming alive with Stick by his side. Rotating over there, Stick trying to find the players that are dealing the damage. The players from Santos, and Autoboot sends Kaique to the ground, and then he sends Kaique to the ground and finishes off the whole Pain Gaming squad. Nice 4 points for Santos, making the life more difficult for Pain Gaming. But look who is coming. Vivo KEYD coming once again for Santos. Those guys want to kill. They are targeting the kills, and they got 2 on Santos right now. Nando 9 with the triple kill, now 10 kills, 11 kills for Vivo KEYD. MVR trying to join the fight, and they send Santos all the way back to the lobby, as well as Los Grandes. Team Liquid joining the battle over there, and now they have to deal with Fluxo. Vivo KEYD on one side, dealing with Nitroxx Top 10 and Fluxo, and Cias finishes off Nitroxx Top 10. Only 3 teams remaining. Vivo KEYD, Team Liquid, and Fluxo. Cias getting damage and putting the players from Team Liquid to the floor, and he sends Team Liquid all the way back to the lobby, all by himself. Cias with 4 kills, and now Vivo KEYD dealing with the last team that is between them and the kills, and Nando 9 finds a kill on Fak. Modestia finishes him off, and now it's a 3-on-3 battle. Nando 9 and General on the floor. held by Japa BKR. Only Modestia to fight for Vivo KEYD. And they sent the 2 players back to the lobby. So it's Booyah Fluxo! Amazing job by CS, amazing job by Nobru, amazing job by Japa BKR, and amazing job by FAC. They hold the teams that were coming after them and split into 2 fights. They got the 2 squad wipes to guarantee that Fluxo follow the Fluxo, follow the flow, because the guys are back, Carol.
And by the time Marcelo said 3 against 3, we already saw that 2 of the players of Fluxo were down. They were so fast, they were so furious, and they were Fluxo. So follow the flow, because Fluxo is on the game. And they got 12 points for killing. 12 points for killing Vivo KEYD. Fluxo team got 7 points for killing. And Vivo KEYD, even though they didn't get the booyah, they got more points, 21 points in the bag for Vivo KEYD. They are being the best team so far. The first match they got 19 points, the second one 12 points, and right now 21 points. But all the glory, of course, for the booyah was for Fluxo team that got well positioned in the late stages of the game, wiped the whole squad of Team Liquid. Team Liquid is still doing an amazing job, Marcelo. 3
games played and 3 top 3 finishes for Team Liquid today. They had a booyah, a 2nd place, and a 3rd place. A good day for Team Liquid and a good day for Los Grandes. Also joining the top 4 for this match. We see Santos finally gathering some points for them. Nitroxx Top 10 also gathering 8 points. But SS Esports with only 4 points. They're still 7 behind Corinthians. But now Vivo KEYD is getting closer. Will we finish the day with Vivo KEYD on the lead, Carol?
That happened before. We were putting our expectation on SS Sports, and Vivo KEYD came and took the spot of SS Sports. So probably that can happen today. If SS Sports doesn't watch for Vivo KEYD who are not only chasing them but also worrying about the Loud don't get close to them, it is more than possible. But let's not forget about the Fluxo who got the first booyah today. Those Fluxo team who were the best one in Bermuda last season, they are coming back, even though we are heading to the end, but still there is a little bit of time for Fluxo to get into the fight against Vivo KEYD and SS Sports.
And it's amazing to see that Vivo KEYD chose to fight the more aggressive fight today. They are coming after every single team on the map. They're holding SS Sports, and whoever gets in their way, they are trampling directly to the center of the safe zone. This violent game played by Vivo KEYD is amassing points for them, and that is reflecting on the standings that are coming for you guys on the screen as of right now. Vivo KEYD got to the 3rd place, and they are 10 points behind SS Sports.
They are 10 points behind of SS Sports. Indeed, Marcel, what they are doing. And you said, would it be that possible of them to reach SS Sports? And yes, with the second place in the next round, the 3rd one, if they get into the top 5, they would definitely get in points. I mean, 12 points for killing in a 2nd place took them to the amount of points of a booyah. Everything is possible for them today, but also Fluxo joined the team, the team with the club with 500 points. They are 514 points, and they will also come for Vivo KEYD. And probably now would be the time for Fluxo team to chase Vivo KEYD around the map. And things have changed a little bit in the other side of the table for Santos Rio, who is already back in the 10th place. But let's see if by the end of the day, Los Grandes and Team Liquid will also manage to get inside of the top 12, which is more possible for Los Grandes than for Team Liquid right now.
And we said on the beginning of our broadcast that maybe INTZ was already safe of the relegation zone, and with the data Team Liquid is having, it seems that they are not as safe as they were anymore. Team Liquid is having a good day, a booyah and 2 top 3 finishes. They are getting closer to INTZ, and it's not even unimaginable to think that they can fight for the top 12.
Not really, not really. And I'm looking here right now in Los Grandes, who started the day worrying about INTZ. Right now, Nitroxx Top10 have to watch out for Los Grandes because they are only 1 point away, Marcelo.
Only 1 point away. They are 9 points behind Netshoes Miners. It's almost certain that Los Grandes will finish the day into the top 12 because Netshoes Miners is not scoring points for the day. So even if they don't get to Nitroxx Top10, if Nitroxx Top10 keeps getting points and Los Grandes can't get to the number of points that they can get to the Netshoes Miners. They are only 9 points behind, and it's really probable that they will finish the day in the top 12. They need 3 points per map, so it's not only doable, but it's imaginable.
It is imaginable. We wouldn't picture how amazing development Team Liquid would have today, and they already showed us that they can do it, and it goes the same for Nitroxx Top10 and Los Grandes, Marcelo. So things that are a little bit weird today. We were putting expectation on Esports against Corinthians for the top 1, but Vivo KEYD are giving us the show.
And Carol, Team Liquid had could you guys bring the standings just for 2 more seconds for some information, crew, please? Would that help me a lot? You see that Team Liquid has now 403 points. Nitroxx Netshoes Miners have 451 points. In the first 3 maps of the day, Team Liquid scored 42 points with only 1 booyah, but they scored 42 points. If they score 42 points once again, they will get to 445 points. That now would lead them to the top 12.
Right.
It's imaginable that if Team Liquid remains with that volume of play that they are having today, they can fight for the top 12 still. But we're talking about a team that is doing amazingly with 14 kills, 42 points, a booyah. Vivo KEYD still got no booyahs. But they got 52 points, 29 points by killing. The aggressiveness from Vivo KEYD today is something that the teams will study for weeks to understand what's going on.
Yeah, but Marcelo, even though they got a lot of points for killing, by the end of the competition, if they are tied with Esports, they will still lose it.
They would still lose it, indeed, because of the number of booyahs. However, do you know who are the top 2 players in kills today?
Who is it?
Modestia and Nando9. Do you know how many kills Modestia have?
How many?
12
Wow.
in 3 maps. Do you know how many kills Nando9 has?
How many?
10 in 3 maps.
What about MTS?
MTS is not on the top 5 for the day. We have Cias, Mamute, and that got from Vivo KEYD in the 5th place.
3 players from Vivo KEYD in the highlights of the top killers today. If they are not doing a good job, Marcelo, and if by the end of the day they don't get the 2nd place, I don't know what else can happen.
Carol, 28 points by killing from 3 players in 3 maps. That is unbelievable, and probably maybe we'll get the information in a few minutes, but I don't think that we've had something like that before.
Nope, not
3
really.
players scoring 28 kills.
We got 2 players having the balanced game, but 3 players, it is everything.
And the number of kills, they have almost 10 kills per player in the first 3 maps. 3 maps. We were amazed that Osado got 18 kills in 6 maps. Modestia got 12 in 3. It's unbelievable what those guys are doing today, and maybe Vivo KEYD will destroy our expectations and finish the day in the top standings. But we will know something about that after the break, and we will be right back. Lucas Kawan went for it, did not expect FURIA players to come over and try to take safe haven on the danger zone, and the fight is happening. Lucas Kawan trying to rotate, finding Bielgad. Bielgad got out of ammo, and the bullets come in and Aranha put Velgot to the floor. But 1-9 with the south! 1-9 with the south! The One Punch Man came through! FURIA finds the 2 kills with the scythe from 1-9! Amazing play by the Saitama!
Time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live and we have 3 more maps coming in to close the week number 5 of LBFF Season 5. And Carol, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by what Vivo KEYD is doing today. and I'm starting to realize that we may finish the day with Vivo KEYD leading another SS Esports.
Yes, of course. I mean, they are getting even more closer of the points of SS Sports with the strategy that they are using to chase SS Sports. I mean, in the first two maps, I don't know if that happened by accident, but right now it feels like more than a strategy. And watching the teams right now getting ready for the next match, I'm asking myself, will Vivo KEYD will come directly for SS Sports right now? Will Fluxo team also come for those teams? But one thing for sure I'm enjoying to watch, it is watch Loud, Vivo KEYD, SS Sports and Fluxo meeting with each other around the map.
And Carol, I asked our crew to see if any team in the history of LBFF scored more kills than what Vivo KEYD did today, and only one team did that. Do you know what team was that?
What team was that?
It was SS Esports in the first round of LBFF Season 4. They scored the triple booyah.
Yes, exactly. Them who surprised all of us with the triple booyah in the first week. And it was with a different squad. We have to say that it was a different squad. And right now they got a new one. Phoenix and Jubinha coming from Black Dragons, Butch on a newbie here in MTS with the experience. They are leading very beautifully this season, but Vivo KEYD still are right behind them, showing us how good they were. In the second week, we saw that Vivo KEYD was also leading in the top 1, the second place, and right now they are back in the game contesting the top 3.
And Carol, I'm getting hyped to see what will happen in the game today. We know that the teams that had the most kills in Purgatory, let me check this out, are Pen Gaming and Santos, and Vivo KEYD was in the second place. Probably they took the first place with the games to this week. The teams that started the week scoring the most points in Purgatory was Santos before Corinthians, Pen Gaming and FURIA. Vivo KEYD was only the 10th team in number of points in Purgatory to start this whole week, okay? Not only the whole week. They were the 10th team, and SS Sports was the 9th. So a tight thing over there.
But
do you imagine those two teams going the long run in Purgatory right now?
Actually, do you know who is the team who got the best result in Purgatory with one single booyah?
Who?
It is Loud team, and I'm not watching them right now. I cannot see their face right now, but I want to see them in the game in Purgatory.
But Carol, do you hear what I hear?
What is that?
We're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D4 heading straight to Purgatory, this is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol, and we will have trouble in Brasilia.
Brasilia is always crowded, so be welcome to the jungle of Purgatory, because these guys are not animals, but they fight like one, like lions. And we're gonna have fights here because once again, Vivo KEYD and INTZ can meet, maybe Loud and Los Grandes, but who knows who will get the booyah this time.
Mode House is not the usual drop call for Vivo KEYD in Purgatory.
Not
they
really.
are going after the points.
They are going after the points. Actually, INTZ got this call since the season 2 of LBFF, and Vivo KEYD, they are probably targeting INTZ because they are not so good in the table. And they got already the first kill.
They get the first player down. It's Lucas Kawan. That guy is going after the players from INTZ. As we see Lucas Kawan going back to the lobby. The first blood is already for Vivo KEYD. 30 kills to start the day. It's an incredible amount of points, Carol.
Yes, indeed. And I'm checking where is the drop call for Vivo KEYD, because they are definitely change the strategy this time, because they are fighting for the second place right now in this confrontation against Fluxo team. And we have to be sure what they are up to, of course. And their favorite drop call specifically in Purgatory, they always go to Forge campsite. They always go to Forge, and Forge, it's by Skillodge. So what they are doing in Mount House right now, they are trying to get points for kill, Marcel.
They are going after kills. They are playing the aggressive game, and that's working so well for them that it's becoming something that makes me impressed. And now Pato joins the fight. Pato joins the fight in the place of Bops for God Unidas. And I have to say, lá vem o pato, pato aqui, pato acolá, which translates to, there comes the duck, duck here, duck there.
And God, with this replacement, will help them definitely in Purgatory, because they are not very good in our table. As we know, they are fighting against the relegation zone, and maybe Pato will help them with his background in this map. Will for sure be some good usage. And then they avoided the rotation in Purgatory because of Netshoes Miners and also metagaming, but today they are a little bit bold.
They are getting bold, but do you think that Pato helps God Unidas cross the river?
They he did.
Yeah, he at least has those tiny duck feet to help. Do you know why the duck crossed the street?
No, here he comes.
Because he's not a chicken.
But right now, maybe God should worry about Metagame, who was the first team to score a kill in this season against God Unidas, and God Unidas haven't done this rotation since, I don't know, the third weekend of Free Fire Brazilian League, and right now they are back in Brazil again, but they are in the low part of Brasilia, trying to be very careful.
Yeah, playing the safe game in Brasilia, trying to control the center of the map, but not engaging into fights as we've seen metagaming do a lot throughout the whole season, not only for today, right?
Yes, exactly. And Metagame, who started also the day very good, getting great points. They already got the first Booyah in Purgatory. They were very close the past weeks to get the Booyah, and showing that 16 points that were taken out from them were nothing by their performance here in this map.
Carol, do you picture the safe zone closing to Crossroads or Mort House?
Not in Crossroads, but I would say a little bit to Mount House for sure, in the lower part, a little piece of fields.
That would be the most intriguing thing that I've seen throughout this whole season. When Vivo KEYD chooses to go to the Moat House, where they never goes, the safe zone helps them and close to that direction.
They have studied, Marcelo. They have studied, because right now they know they can get ahead in points in the table, and they have studied not only the teams but the safe zones. And a big congratulations to their coach, who have done this job, right, and direct them to go to the specifically parts in Purgatory, Bermuda, and Kalahari.
Their coaches, their analysts, if they have analysts indeed. What a job by Vivo. It seems that everything is going right for Vivo KEYD today. It seems to be their day.
Yes, it seems to be. I mean, they are leading in points today, even with no Booyahs. The first, second, third round, they were always showing up in the top 3, top 5, which is the goal, right? We saw that before. In one day with no Booyahs, they were the best team of the day, and that can happen easily with Vivo KEYD.
If they repeat what they done on the first 3 maps, they will surpass 100 points easily. And it's insane to think that a team can score more than 100 points in a day in only 6 maps. That would lead the average to at least 18 points per map. That's insane.
Yeah, and you know what? I like this kind of record breaks for the other for the teams, but a record that were not broken yet here was the Abuya with a lot of points. Only Pain Game, surprisingly, Pain Game were the only one that got 29 points for the Buya and kills, but no one else got.
They got
this.
17 kills in the same
Uh-huh.
map that where they went for the Buyas. But it seems that today Vivo KEYD is not far away from that. They finished the last match in the 6th place, but they had 12 kills in Bermuda. If they went the long way, if they got to win the fight where they lost, they would have gone to maybe 18, 20 points per kills.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's insane what they've been doing.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And I mean, we are talking about the lot of points that Pain Game got in one single Booyah with 29 points, the amount of 29 points. And just want to say that Pain Game, even though they are about to get relegated this season, they have improved their squad a lot, because last season the squad was really bad as well, was not that good, and they are bringing Leal this season, Rick and Sticks, who are newbies. It's helping a lot, even though of course the points are very low in the table, but I feel like they got a growing here.
But Carol, even though we had a good day from God Unidas yesterday, I still think that Pain Gaming is playing a better Free Fire than God Unidas. I wouldn't be surprised if they left God Unidas on the relegation zone and took the 16th place maybe for today. I don't know if that can be right. If that can happen, right?
Yes, exactly. And would it be a day for God Unidas? We started the day talking about the teams that were about to get to the relegation zone, and today specifically, it goes directly for them to have this fight, at least to get into the access group. And I mean, that's the job here, the major job for them. Specifically God Unidas, Pain Gaming, and talking about their mission, Nitroxx Top 10 should definitely worry about their place in the top 12, Marcelo.
They can target that. They can indeed go after that, as we see Pain Gaming rotating and going after Nitroxx Top 10, going after Vivo KEYD. We see Chinese leading the chart for Nitroxx Top 10 with Vitor 7 a little ahead of him. And they have the information on the rotation from Pain Gaming. They saw the players from Pain Gaming near the river and they're shooting against Stick. And now they have the information on Leal as well. Victor trying to trample and trying to surround the players from Pain Gaming. That gives time for Vivo KEYD to breathe a little bit and to run to the better spots. They are fighting against Loud right now, and General sends Kawan back to the lobby. As we see Kronos trying to hold their backs, they know that Vivo KEYD is coming from behind, and Vivo KEYD amassed one more kill for themselves. Now we see...
Again, down to 2?
Again, down to 2. Again, Loud starting poorly the match, and the grenades are coming in for Santos against Metagaming. Metagaming trying to find the shots, and they put Dudu to the ground with the grenade. Yan doing a good job with the grenade, finishing off Dudu, and Chinese finds the head of Leal and sends Leal to the ground. We see Pain Gaming and Nitroxx Top 10 also fighting now on the other side of the map, as Lost gets one more kill on Autoboot. But he's sent onto the floor by Lucas TD, who gets the kill, who confirms the kill for Team Liquid. Metagaming still fighting against Santos. They know that they've been spotted by MVR, who gets the kill on Drax. Drax will have to be healed by its teammates right now, while they get targeted also by Pain Gaming, as we see SS Esports and Loud going at each other as well. MVR trying to get the shots on Drax, the wall bangs through the ice to maybe hit the players inside of the ice barrier. Lucas TD trying the shots as well. He got 2 players down on that distance. Amazing job by Lucas TD getting the shots on distance. And the grenades are coming in. Metagaming is going after Santos. They know that they are sandwiched. They have to choose a side to fight, and they chose the side of Santos. That would be a smart strategy, and Yan got phone. Yan got phone with the grenade. And now Santos with only one player to defend their stay in this map, and it's Rush. He's trying to leave through the side. Kawe is going after him, and Yan with the shotgun, sending Santos back to the lobby in the last place for this match. We see that Pen Gaming saved themselves into this fight because Metagaming was going after them. And now Nitroxx Top10 still following Pen Gaming as well. INTZ is coming from behind. Leal and Italo went back to the lobby in this fight between Pen Gaming and INTZ, two teams that are fighting to leave the relegation zone, as Nitroxx Top10 has to show up a little better for the day. We've seen this team score triple booyah. We've seen this team getting good results. The newcomers are good, but today they're kind of hiding from the game, right, Carol?
And actually, the day that they got in a triple booyah, they finished the day in the top 5, inside of the top 5. And because of the amount of points be so close of each other in the middle of our table, took them back to down to the 12th place.
And now we see God Unidas going after Los Grandes. Pato is leading the charge. Quack, quack. He is going after Los Grandes. Rafa X is the one who will have to deal with him first. And now Gus comes together to use the grenades. He throws the grenades, and it's Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em, that's you and me. I know it's my destiny. He finds the Pokeball on Pato and sends him back to the lobby. Mike trying to use the grenade launcher to find the kills, but he is down on the floor because Nitroxx Top10 is coming from behind and getting the shots, getting the kills on God Unidas, who only has Miguel to fight for themselves now, and Gus trying to steal the kills. Now have to deal with Nitroxx Top10 coming from behind. We see Yan healing the player that was Drax, that was on the floor as well. And God Unidas with only Miguel remaining to fight. SS Esports trying to engage against Fluxo and Vivo KEYD. They didn't need to buy that fight, and they are going for it. We see Cias targeting the players from SS Esports. Nobru helping him over there with the grenades, and Fox and Skyiki to the floor. But Dust puts a player from Metagaming back to the lobby, and Fox finishes off Kaiki, and Boss gets Kronos back on the lobby, and Loud is out with only 1 point in this match. What a bad day for Loud once again. What a bad week for Loud. Once again, Drax finds the heads of Peusada and sends Peusada back to the lobby, as we see Japa BKR finding Hick over there. And Fluxo wiping out the whole Pen Gaming. Look at Chinese getting 2 kills with the grenade. Metagaming is back on the lobby, and the party starts with Butch on going to the ground and CS going after the whole SS team. He is targeting Phoenix. Japa BKR finds the shot with the sniper rifle, and now CS rushing. MTS gets 2 players from Fluxo down. He's trying to hold on to himself alive, and Japa BKR finishes him off. SS Esports is going back to the lobby in the 6th place. And still no points to get to Corinthians. The Corinthians players are laughing a lot outside of the server today. Will SS Esports choke, Carol? Will SS Esports not get to Corinthians?
I don't think so. Vivo KEYD looks so strong, and that they will definitely get the points of SS Sports.
And now Dust fighting against JHCZ and sending JHCZ back to the lobby. Good job by Los Grandes in at least the top 5 with 3 kills, getting points, getting needed points for them to keep fighting for the top 12. As we see Fluxo going for the Vivo KEYD remaining players, who are General and Modestia. Japa BKR trying to find the shots, but General with the grenade puts Japa BKR to the floor once again. Fak covering for the players from Fluxo trying to get into the house. Nobru is healing himself over there, and General sends Cias to the ground once again. Great job by Vivo KEYD. General finishing Cias off, and the grenades from Nobru inside of the house. My boy, that's dangerous to throw a grenade inside of the house that you are in. That's not good enough, and we know of your past, Nobru. Please be aware of where you're throwing that grenade. Japa BKR is back on the lobby. Boss doing an amazing job and bringing Team Liquid to the fight once again. General General with the grenade, putting fuck to the floor. Vivo KEYD surviving with only 2 players, General and Modestia. Getting the kills, getting the numbers for Vivo KEYD. The grenade coming in from General. Modestia breaking the ice to try to leave the house, as we know that the safe zone will close and will deal a lot of damages. He will come after Nobru, but Nobru puts him to the floor as General was fighting against Nitroxx Top10. That was important for Vivo KEYD to have General fighting together with Modestia, but that was not good enough. Vivo KEYD and Fluxo go back to the lobby. And now Nitroxx Top10 has to fight against Team Liquid and Los Grandes. Chinese shooting, and Lucas TD also dealing damage from afar. He's using the ice and the fences of the farm to keep himself alive. He fights the head of Spill, he puts Spill back to the lobby, and he puts Dust back to the lobby as well. 3 players from Team Liquid fighting against 2 from Los Grandes and 2 from Nitroxx Top10. The grenades are coming in. Team Liquid trying to hold on, trying to get the double booyah. They find Chinese over there, and now Boss is going over to Los Grandes while MVR tries to hold Nitroxx Top10 with the grenades. Chinese taking damage from Hafax and from Gus. Lucas TD is really close to the house with Boss, and Boss finds the shots on Rafa. He sends Rafa to the lobby. Gus is still there, but he has to deal with the players from Nitroxx Top10. Lucas TD! What an amazing job by Lucas TD! And it's booyah! Team Liquid! If I was the kiss of death for FURIA, I was not for Team Liquid, getting the booyah, fighting against 2 teams in the open and dealing damage from afar. Lucas TD, what a game for Lucas TD! And it's the second booyah for Liquid. The double booyah came, Carol!
The double booyah came, and this double booyah wasn't not coming since the 5th round of Free Fire Brazilian League Season 4, Marcelo. So the double booyah came for Team Liquid right on time. If 1 was good, 2 it's excellent. And Team Liquid definitely doing an amazing job, but I have also to point it out that Los Grandes once again finishing inside of the top 3 this match, which they are also doing their job here today. Team Liquid is working very good. Los Grandes is definitely looking good, but Vivo KEYD, I mean,
Modestia in general, inside of that house, they destroyed Fluxo.
they did.
That was incredible to see,
Yeah.
that they destroyed Fluxo from inside of that house.
Even though they went back to the lobby before Fluxo, they went back to the lobby seconds before Fluxo team. But Team Liquid looking very strong with 20 points right now, Marcelo. Will help them so much in the table. Fluxo team as well getting points to get closer of Vivo KEYD right now. Nitroxx Top10, who haven't had, we already had 3 matches happening. Nitroxx Top10 didn't appear very much, and right now they are showing up with their skills once again. Los Grandes inside of the top 5 beautifully, and also Meta Game having a good day.
SS Esports got to 5 points, and they closed the gap on Corinthians indeed, even though they did not get kills. They got a positioning to get a little closer to Corinthians to start fighting for the top of the rankings. But Carol, we said that Team Liquid scored 42 points in the first 3 maps of the day. Now they have 20. Only 22 more for them to double the points that we had on the first half of the day. And with that amount of points, they would be fighting for the top 12. Do you imagine maybe Team Liquid getting a triple booyah, crazy triple booyah, and finishing in 11th or 12th place?
I don't doubt of that anymore, Marcelo. Probably they can get a double booyah today. This is very possible, and will be amazing for them, because right now their focus is to be inside of the access group if they cannot reach the points of the top 12. But with this double booyah today, who knows, another booyah, they can easily get inside of the top 12, especially because next week they still have more matches to come. So let's cut them some slack and trust on them, because there's still hope out there, Marcelo.
But one thing that I'm eager to see is if we had changes on the top of the standings. Do we have changes? No, still not 2 points. 2 points behind. And look at Vivo KEYD, 5 points behind SS Esports.
Damn.
Oh Lord, what an end to a regular season that we will be having, Carol. Next week will be a war over here.
Yes, indeed. And as we were talking about Team Liquid, even with no buoys, 2 more maps to happen. If they manage to be at least inside of the top 3, Marcelo, they will get ahead of INTZ easily today.
And maybe even ahead of the Netshoes Miners squad. It's feasible for Team Liquid, but it's feasible for Fluxo also to finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
They're coming after before, they're having a good day, and it seems like our top 4 will be Corinthians, will be SS Esports or Vivo KEYD. In second place, SS Esports or Vivo KEYD, Corinthians in third, and maybe Fluxo in fourth, before in 5, Team Codasolid, the surprise of the season, finishing the top 6.
And I forgot that Santos were playing today. They start the day in the 9th place, if I'm not mistaken, or in the 10th place, and I forgot they were playing today. Them that they are known to be in the center of the table, in the center of the safe zones. Right now, they are not having a good day today, leaving the way open for Nitroxx Top 10 and Los Grandes to get the closure. But also Metagame, who is having a good day today, have the opportunity to get
The
closer,
7th place, maybe.
to get a closer of Loud, exactly.
They're only 4 points behind Loud.
And Loud, they are away, far away of Fluxo team right now.
And Carol, we are heading to Kalahari. We know that Santos is a team that plays Kalahari, maybe the best team playing Kalahari in LBFF right now. They need to make it worth, because if they do not, Los Grandes will come for them, and Team Liquid is like a crazy bull coming for the top 12.
I like the expression, crazy bull.
Crazy bull, crazy bull.
Because they are indeed, Marcelo. They are having the best day so far.
Or maybe a crazy horse.
A crazy, yeah,
A crazy
cavalry. Yes, the
cavalry
cavalry. Yes.
is coming for Santos, and that wouldn't be that mad to think that Team Liquid can score 34 points in those 2 maps. That would be tough. That would be tough. We know that would be tough, but it's possible.
But I can't wait for the break, Marcelo, because I needed to go on my Twitter and type about your prediction of today. I have to put that Marcelo Ferrantini got the double booyah right for Team Liquid.
This is Pai Ferrantini over here with the predictions. I bring you Búzios, Cartas, and Tarot.
Lane Sensitiva by my side.
Bring you back the beloved person in 3 days. But do you know what else we bring in 3 days?
What is that?
Not in 3 days, in
3
3
days.
minutes.
What is that?
The next map of the evening will be right back, Carol. He has his sights on Gelo, who hit the grenade outside of the house, and he made them rotate from inside the house, and Las got the best of Ousado. He puts Ousado to the ground, but Gelo kills Yan. Azuri and Gelo with the shotgun, putting 2 players down. Nicholas and Lost went to the ground, and Kawe could not hold it. Metagaming is wiped out, a clean wipeout by Corinthians.
times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live, and we see the players over here. Do you see the players over here? Do you
I
see it, Carol?
I see. Look at no brew. He's eating.
He's eating. He's having a peanut over there. He's having some food over there, and he has the phone because you know what peanut was that one?
What is that?
That was our board service for the flight because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R15D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini. And by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's head back to the desert of Kalahari, the hottest map in Free Fire Brazilian League, even because there is the color red. And color red means blood for me, blood for them, and so on. So let's hit the skies of the desert of Kalahari right now because Fluxo team and God Unidas maybe already got a few shots going on.
And a surprise over here, we have Santos dropping on the refinery.
Wow!
Oh my God, I
Who
didn't
has
see it throughout the whole season. But look at Vivo KEYD going for the Pedra do Baú region, the southeast. I knew how to say it, but I forgot. But the southeast of the map, while SS Esports went to the northeast of the map. They are far away in this map, and that may lead SS Esports to a better game, right, Carol?
Definitely, especially because they're not only worrying about their points in their table right now, but they are worrying about to find Vivo KEYD in the map. Vivo KEYD who is been destroying their dreams right now. Bad Vivo KEYD. So let's see if they got a better strategy right now in Kalahari because Marcelo, since got a replacement in Loud Team. Brabox, it's the replacement for Noda. And we saw that Brabox in one of the matches in Kalahari, he got 5 points for killing only by himself for Loud Team. So let's see if they will bring some news for Loud. But as I was saying, SS Sports right now only got 2 more maps to worry about their points in this today. Because feels like when they find themselves in the exactly same position where they have to worry about the points to get ahead of Corinthians in the table, they failed.
They failed. They choked.
They choked.
They choked a lot, Carol. But
Peida na farofa.
that means fart on the flower. But we gotta say that Loud got the best results with Brabox on the lineup. It was not with Will, despite Will being an amazing player and Noda also being an amazing player. It was with Brabox on the lineup that they got the best results in this season. And now we have the whole Santos squad positioning right by the refinery. We know that they will play the safe game over there for the whole map in Kalahari. That's where they had the best results. And maybe Santos will bring back the day that it seems that went through them. They didn't play for the day, right?
Yeah, I felt the same. They didn't play for the day. We haven't talked much about of Santos. Then they have the always the control over the center of the safe zones here the whole season. They haven't showed much for us their game here today.
Could they be scared of confrontations, knowing that Groups A and B has lots of teams that go to the center of the map? I mean, Brasilia is always crowded in Purgatory. The Clock Tower is always crowded in Bermuda. Could that be that they are afraid of engaging into early fights, Carol?
I don't think so. because we haven't seen already them engaging into the early fights. So I don't think they have been scared at all of that. But they are definitely adopting a safe game, which we don't know why. They know how to handle the fights, but still, let's try to understand that. The 2 more maps to happen right now. I mean, the next one, the last one in Bermuda, and we haven't seen nothing from them. Not at all. We haven't talked about them at all.
We haven't talked about Santos indeed, but we have to talk about the refinery region because they have at least three teams over there, and Fluxo now got to the oil rigs close to the refinery, and they have the advantage to fight from the teams coming for that region, right, Carol?
Yes, exactly. And then Metagame, who got the first booyah of today, still showing some solidness here. Is that word exists, solidness? Or maybe I just invent right now.
Solidness, I would say.
It's a little bit
Funny, this feeling inside.
Anyway, Metagame, who's doing a solid game, they are showing up in
But
a
solidness
row.
is correct.
Yeah, it's kind of correct, and they are showing themselves in the top 5 a lot here today, getting the first booyah, bringing their confidence back. And in the other hand, and I'm focused on Metagame right now because they always face off with Loud, who have the same rotation as they have, and to one point they are very close of Loud, and Loud right now it's far away of Fluxo team. Loud, who is a team who we have seen weeks in a row in the 3rd position of our table. Could the points of Loud right now be triggered?
They need those points, and now Dust starts the fight on Spill, and they get the first blood. Los Grandes being the team to put the first player back to the lobby from Nitroxx Top10, who is not having a good day. They had a good map in Purgatory for the last map, but now they seem to be in a bad position, and Vivo KEYD is coming after them as well. Vivo KEYD sees shots coming from anywhere in the map, and they go there.
Yes, indeed, Marcelo. Vivo KEYD is doing the
Playing the party rice.
Also, the lane sensitive game today.
They are playing the party rice for the day. They're always accompanying the fights. And now we have Victor putting the player to the ground, and that God puts Chinese back on the floor. Victor is also on the floor. That God doing a great job and sending Chinese back to the lobby. Now we have General still in a need of help, and he is helped up, and Mamute coming over to put Nitroxx Top10 back to the lobby. Victor is on the floor and back to the lobby. Now we have only one player remaining for Nitroxx Top10, as we have JHZZ trying to hold on to himself while that God goes after him. Vivo KEYD is looking for the kills. They won the points, and now it seems that that God knows where Victor is. They got only 1 point in this fight. 2 points went for the Los Grandes team, and that God is trying to fight JHZZ, but it was Modestia who found him. And now he's using the healing to get to JHZZ inside of the house. And nice play by Duz, now putting Modestia to the ground. Vivo KEYD might have overextended that fight with no need, and they got to the aim of Los Grandes. Modestia will be helped by that God, and he will use the med kit to bring himself to the fight. But General is now trying to get to JHZZ. Maybe Vivo KEYD is overextending right here. We see that General was trying to use the corners of the eyes, and Modestia coming in with him. JHZZ trying to run away through the hills, and he gets targeted by Gus and sent back to the lobby. Los Grandes gets 3 kills from that fight around the graveyard, Carol.
And I mean, Los Grandes playing inside of the unsafe zone, waiting for the fight of Vivo KEYD against Nitroxx Top10. They will come to steal some kills, Marcelo, and they will block the way of Vivo KEYD. Or not. Maybe they will. I mean, they should. This is the perfect time. They were looking at the battle and it didn't do anything. They right now just retrieving. What is going on?
I don't know. I think they didn't want to fight inside of the safe zone. That's the only explanation possible for Los Grandes taking off and leaving Vivo KEYD to fight for more points in this map. We see that They are getting closer to the Labyrinth Zone over there. Labyrinth Zone paying homage to Sonic the Hedgehog. As we see Team Liquid getting to the middle of two teams.
Sandwich.
Oh my god, what a bad call by Team Liquid. They went in between Metagaming and the other team that was over there. That was INTZ. We see the players from INTZ showing the whole Team Liquid squad with bullets, and Lucas TD was left behind and he will be killed. He will go down, he will not survive to that advance from INTZ. Italo still showering him with bullets, but it seems that Team Liquid could get to the player to bring him up and try to bring him back to the fight.
And right now INTZ have the chance to come for Team Liquid right now, who is being penalty by also the other team over them.
And now we see Pen Gaming going after Loud, and Kronos gets the first player down. It was Leao. He finishes Leao off, and now Hick trying to rush through the side, but they will have to deal with the whole squad for Loud, and they don't know, they don't have the information that Kronos is all by himself behind them and dealing damage to Stick. Kaique went for him, but Stick found the headshot and sent Kronos back to the lobby. Now Loud once again by the beginning of the fights getting with only 3 players remaining, and now Will to the floor. Will they fight once again with only 2 players for the remainder of the game? That's what's going on. Will is back to the lobby, and now he also goes to the lobby by the hands of Kawan. Nice job by Kawan, trying to hold on to themselves, trying to keep Loud alive, even though they lost 2 players. Another bad day for Loud today. The ice came in to help Kawan, and the grenade launchers are being used to bring Pen Gaming out of the house, but it's Kawan who is going in the house, as we see MTS getting to Kaique with a nice sniper rifle shot. If MTS confirms that kill, that would lead SS Esports to only 1 point behind Corinthians. But Kawan steals the kill against Kaique. 3 kills for Loud right now. Pen Gaming left with only 1 player, that was Stick.
And it is such a bad day for Loud. Have a bad day, because we are heading to the last week of the qualifications next week, and Loud should not have this bad week at all, Marcelo, because right now they are risking the place in the 3rd place in our table.
And even worse than that, Carol, now they have to worry about the teams coming from below, the teams coming from the outside of the top 12, as we see Los Grandes engaging into the fight. Pen Gaming was sent back to the lobby, which guarantees 1 point to SS Esports. With 1 more squad wipe, SS Esports is the new leader for our table, Carol. They don't need to do anything else in the map. They just need to wait for 1 more team to get wiped out. And it may happen right now, because Vivo KEYD is coming for Los Grandes. Mamute finding the shots now, thus putting Nando 9 to the floor and finishing off Nando 9. General was also trying to help over there. That guy trying to climb the ladder, and Mamute sends Modestia to the lobby. But that guy still trying to fight. He sends a player from Los Grandes to the lobby as well, but General is on the floor and he will not survive. He will be killed, and Loud is back on the lobby. Now we need only 1 more team to be back, and Vivo KEYD is wiped out, so we have a new leader for our tables. It took a long time, but SS Esports is now the leader for Season 5 of LBFF, heading to the last week of Free Fire to play in the regular season. As we see SS Esports still fighting against God Unidas, still trying to get more points for them in this match. Dudu FFX puts Cias back to the lobby with the grenade. Santos fighting Fluxo, but SS Esports having to deal with God Unidas, and Miguel is sent to the floor, and 2 players sent to the lobby. MTS confirms 1 more kill for him. Fawn sends Nobru to the lobby as well. We have the safe zone getting shorter and shorter around the ruins over there, but we still have 8 teams to play. 23 players on the field, and Fak is sent back to the floor. God Unidas is wiped out. They are back on the lobby, and now Santos finishes off Fak over there, and there's only Cias still remaining for Fluxo, and he will be trampled. Japa BKR was the one, and he
Whoa,
tried to hold it, and he
wow.
wiped out the whole Santos team. Oh my God! Fluxo gets wiped out as well because Metagaming came to the fight. Los Grandes is back on the lobby as well. INTZ also eliminated. SS Esports is in the top 3. They have 4 kills on their hands. And Metagaming have Team Liquid and SS Esports to fight. The grenades are coming in from above. 3 teams remaining. Peusada is on the floor. He might be helped by his teammates. That's what's going on over there. We see that Peusada was being helped. Team Liquid getting no kills, but getting to the top 3 in this match. We see the grenades coming in. Looking for SS Esports, who is using the grappling hook to send Jubin and Phoenix to the top, but Ian finds the grenade, and he will finish off Phoenix.
Wow.
He puts SS Esports with only 3 players and lots of damage for Jubinha with the grenade as well. Metagaming amassing 8 kills in this map, doing a great job trying to hold on to themselves into the top 3. Liquid is coming for SS Esports, only 2 players from SS Esports to fight, but Team Liquid has to deal yet with Metagaming, who has the top-down view, who has the best positioning. And SS Esports is wiped out because MVR found the shot on boot on with the AWP. Now Ian is the player who is trying to find the Team Liquid players. They are below them, and maybe Team Metagaming doesn't know of that, but the grenades coming in give the information on where Team Liquid is right now. Lost and Drax coming for them. Throwing grenades down the mountain, and Boss trying to engage into this fight, bringing MVR with him. The grenades come to bring Metagaming out of their placement, and the safe zone is shrinking. We see the safe zone shrinking. Boss trying to go for Metagaming, they use the shields. The ice barrier is protecting Metagaming, they need to get the kills quickly. Ian finds the kill on MVR, but MVR brings it back with the shotgun. We see 3 players down for Team Liquid, and it's Booyah! Metagaming! The doggo is here! The doggo is here again! Cauê saying I love you, mama! The doggo is here again! I'm happy because I got to see the doggo! So it's Booyah! Metagaming, Carol!
Metagame is screaming booyah right now, and the dog is screaming Luisa Mel!
And Cauê was screaming I love you, mama!
Indeed, Marcelo, double booyah for Metagaming. Also come right on time, and I keep saying right on time for Metagaming, right on time for Team Liquid, because they needed these points for the booyah. Metagaming is looking so strong right now. Them who came last season from Serie B have adapted their game here this season as well, and doing an amazing job. They are definitely fighting teeth to teeth, eye to eye against all the players around here in Free Fire Brazilian League. So well done for them to got this double booyah today. They will finish this weekend in a very good position.
And Carol, we didn't figure this out up until right now, but Metagaming got 12 kills in this fight. 12 kills, 6 for Cauê, who did an amazing job to close the match, and who amassed 23 points for Metagaming. But look at the new leaders over there! SS Esports getting 12 points.
They are back.
And leading now the charge against Corinthians. Los Grandes also 12 points. Good 12 points for Los Grandes. Team Liquid with 10 points. Going after the top 12. INTZ finally scoring 10 points. And Fluxo with nice 7 points. But a bad game from Vivo KEYD finally in this day, right, Carol?
Yeah, SS Sports is saying finally a bad game for Vivo KEYD, but anyway, they have been doing so good so far that with this last match will not probably give them a hard time to play in Bermuda as well. But SS Sports, I just have to say, Marcelo, that SS Sports with this 12 points, they got so much in their head when they are so close of Corinthians to take the spot of Corinthians that they having bad days like that today. You know, 12 points will help them a lot, of course will help, but still Corinthians next week still have the chance because there was just a little bit of points ahead of them.
Yeah, next week will be thrilling. Next week will be thrilling, Carol, indeed. We will have Corinthians playing for 2 days. We will have SS Esports playing for 2 days. We will have Vivo KEYD playing for 2 days. Before playing for 2 days. But you know what else will be played? the
What
last
else?
map of the day. We'll still have Bermuda to come, and Vivo KEYD might try to come for SS Esports. We will check the standings to know where our how is our picture right now. SS Esports taking the lead, maybe getting to 600 points today. It's feasible. And Vivo KEYD only 3 points behind Corinthians, 13 behind SS Esports. It's possible for Vivo KEYD to fight for that spot. We see Fluxo trying to get to before, as we said, only 5 points behind before. They can finish the day in the top 4. And Meta Gaming getting to the 7th place. They are closing the distance on Team Codasolid to be on the top half of the top 12.
Yeah. In passing over Loud, who is having one of the worst day. So I mean, this could be the worst day of Loud. They in the round 3. In the 30 week of Free Fire Brazilian League this season, they got their worst day. But if they keep on getting these bad results in a row today, they will probably have the worst day. And have the taste already to be in the top 3 all the way to the 8th place right now. It is really, really bad.
It's really bad. But you know who else is having a good day? Team Liquid, Carol. They are 27 points behind Nitroxx Top10, who is the team on the first team on the top 12. And they are right now 66 points ahead of Pen Gaming. So the nightmare of the relegation is getting away from Team Liquid, and the dreams of qualification are getting closer. They now fight for the top 12. They don't fight to get relegated anymore.
Yes, exactly. So that's the goal for them today, you know, to get away of the relegation zone. We know there's still a lot of points to get inside of the top 12. 30 more points for them at least to get in the points where Nitroxx Top10 is right now. And the dream to at least next season get a spot back in the Serie A is still alive for them in the Access group. And Los Grandes having a good day as well, because they find themselves in the top 3, in the top 5, in the top 6, which is very good for them. But Nitroxx, we have seen them getting good results, triple booyah in a day, double booyahs in a day, are today not one of the best days for them.
But what impresses me is that Team Liquid for the past 2 weeks is deserving more to be in the top 12 than maybe Santos, then Netshoes Miners, then INTZ, then maybe FURIA, what we've seen from FURIA this week, from Loud, what they've seen from Loud this week. They are deserving more these past 2 weeks.
They have been putting so much on themselves right now that they do deserve to be inside of the top 12 and not, to go straight to the finals, because we know when the finals come, the points, they have points in advantage to start the finals, but you already have your spot confirmed, guaranteed for the next season, and they deserve that.
They deserve it. Those past 2 weeks, even though they only have 3 booyahs, those 3 booyahs came in the last 2 weeks, and only a few teams got 3 booyahs in the last 2 weeks. We know Vivo KEYD had, because they had a triple booyah day.
Nitroxx
Top10 got a triple booyah. Who had the triple booyah yesterday? I'm sorry, it was Team Codasolid had a double booyah. We had triple booyah coming in from SS Esports. SS Esports had a triple booyah.
Yes, that were them. The last match in Bermuda got the triple booyah for them. That's right.
So it was just a few teams who had three booyahs in the past 2 weeks, and Team Liquid was one of them. So this end of season from Team Liquid is better than most teams had up until right now, right, Carol?
Yeah, and if they didn't have any booyah right now, they got 3. They can count with 3 because they are away of the team, the club, with only 1 booyah, Marcelo. And like you said, they do deserve to be inside of the top 12. And let's see, by the end of the day, they score more points to get closer of Nitroxx Top10 right now, who stands with 460 points. And next week, they will play. Let's see if also they get the luck to be inside of the top 12.
And for us to check what will happen up until the end of today, we need to do one thing.
What is that?
Go to a break and hydrate.
Oh, I love it.
And we'll be right back. Jan, he has his sights on Gelo, who hit the grenade outside of the house, and he made them rotate from inside the house, and Las got the best of Ousado. He puts Ousado to the ground, but Gelo kills Jan. Azuri and Gelo with the shotgun, putting 2 players down. Nicholas and Lost went to the ground, and Kawe could not hold it. Meta game is wiped out, a clean wipeout by Corinthians.
One time left, right, knock him out. Two times, knock him out. Knock him out with the left, knock him out with the right. Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
We are back live, and we are concerned because we know that the last map is coming up, and we will have only one more week of LBFF on the regular season still remaining, right, Carol?
Yes, right, Marcelo. And here it is the confirmation of the buoys today. Double buoys for Team Liquid, double buoys for Metagame. And can we expect a double booyah of Fluxo team?
That would be a triple-double booyah.
Triple-double booyah. Would be
Triple-double booyah.
more than excited to watch, right?
And Purgatory and Kalahari changed the teams who got the booyahs. We see that Metagaming got the booyah in Purgatory and Kalahari, and Team Liquid in Kalahari and Purgatory. Now, Fluxo will be Bermuda and Bermuda, so they are trying to set their closet with better clothing for them to use on their legs. Maybe getting 2 Bermudas to end the day. That was so infamous that I'm sorry to every one of you. But now we see the players getting hyped and ready for this last map. Carol, are you hyped and ready for the last map?
I'm so ready, so down to watch this next map, Marcelo, because I like the double booyahs, but I like even more the triple booyahs, Marcelo. It is the time for Team Liquid Metagame or a double booyah from Fluxo team.
And do you know what I like even more?
What is that?
The sound of the engines of our plane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R15D6 heading straight to Bermuda, this is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the island of Bermuda, the most loved one by the players, and I will never stop to say that because they do know it by their hands as they know their mother. So be ready, watch out for Esports. They can still open a gap ahead of Corinthians if they get a booyah today, but I don't want to be the kiss of death. I just wanted to watch the death, so let's see if Vivo KEYD will come for them.
Maybe Vivo KEYD will come for them indeed, Carol, but we see that Unidas is running for Codasolid, for the south of Codasolid, to get a better positioning, as we see that Minuzzi left the game for Bops to come back in. And Unidas getting to a place where they try to change the team so badly that the team doesn't get that good team play that we expect from them, right?
Them. And we start these transmissions talking about the teams that were about to be relegated, and Unidas was among them. And Corinthians is not here today, but INTZ, Marcelo, and Unidas can face off right now in Santos, because both of them have about the same, and they are heading to there. Even though Santos is a big city in Bermuda, they still can get this closure and face off.
They can indeed face off. We see that INTZ is still not aware that Unidas is coming after them, and maybe they will get surprised by the team of God Unidas. We see Mike leading the charge for the Unidas team, but it seems that they will not go for the fight. But Mike was searching for loot, and he didn't find anything for him to use as a weapon, probably because the players from INTZ took the loot over there before they took off. That should be some kind of information for God Unidas, right?
That's actually, Marcelo, they arrive at the same time in Santos. The only difference was that INTZ came from the bridge and they used the
rope, the rappel rope.
Yeah, the rappel rope.
The tirolesa.
The tirolesa. And, I mean, but they arrive at the same time. They just took different sides of the island, but I don't know if Miguel from God Team is aware of that. Because he's the only player from God Team there, and he will be easily killed for...
But Mike was the first one to get Italo over there, and the information comes for God Unidas that INTZ is in Santos. That may lead to a regroup from God Unidas, and an important information for the team, because as you said, Miguel was way ahead of the team. He was playing by himself, and that information might bring Miguel back to near the teams. But now we see that INTZ is surrounded by players from God Unidas, but they still have 3 players altogether, while God Unidas is coming with 2 players by a side and 1 player by each from the other side. So that may help INTZ in this fight, as we see Pen Gaming with 1 more change for this game. We see Black 00 coming in for Leal, and Black 00, a player that have been playing in this season as well. Pen Gaming cut off a little bit in the changes, right? They're trying to keep the lineup a little more tight than they were before, and now having punctual changes through the days, right?
Yes, and talking about the changes in Pen Game, we saw that Rick and Sticks, who are newbies this season in Pen Game specifically, a team, they have been playing, they have getting a great development, a great performance during the matches, that right now they stuck in with the same squad.
They became starters for the team, right?
They became starters for the team, but right now they have been chosen to be in the matches for longer time. In bringing now Black 00, which a former player of Pen Game from last season, it shows us that they are definitely having more than a hard time to adapt to find themselves in the game, even though they got a Buia with a lot of points in the first weeks of the season, but still there's something that is not connecting for Pen Game.
And now we see the players from INTZ trying to get some information on the players from God Unidas, but it seems that God is not where Pen Gaming expect them to be anymore. And now we see Nitroxx Top10 fighting against Vivo KEYD, but that got sent Spill to the ground. A nice shot with the M241, putting Spill on the ground. And now Victor uses some kits to increase his health, to bring his health back. And now that got fighting from the roof. Victor knows of that information. And now both players chose not to fight, but they have to save Stick over there. They saved Spill, indeed, and now he's back on action as we see 4 teams getting together, Carol. That might become a war zone.
And as the safe zone will shrink, we still get to see where the late stage of the game will happen. When we saw that Team Liquid got their first Booyah in Poshinok against these teams that are standing right now. So seeing that Team Liquid hasn't getting their spot in the late in Poshinok right now worries me a little bit, but Vivo KEYD is already there, Marcelo.
Vivo KEYD is already there, but Meta Gaming is also there, and Pen Gaming is trying to get there, but Kawe is getting shots on Pen Gaming, trying to find the damage. And now they are rotating because Santos is also there, Nitroxx Top10, Vivo KEYD. Poshinok is becoming a war zone, and we see that the 5 teams are dominating the center of Poshinok, and any team who tries to come there will have trouble even getting close to Poshinok, right?
Yes, exactly. And I like when the game is inside of Poshinok because there is a lot of covers to get, and the players have to use the best strategy and abilities to bring the game outside of the covers and get the best position. What happened with Team Liquid once again bring their Booyah, they were always working behind of the behind of their covers, but once the game came to outside, they worked that very beautifully. But right now they got the spot over the hills, which it's will be a different kind of game for them. But I'm talking about them, Marcel, because I'm really interested to watch the triple Booyah today.
We had triple Booyahs yesterday and Saturday.
That's right.
That would be the same scheme from Saturday and Sunday, where we had a team with a triple Booyah, a team with a double Booyah, and a team with a single Booyah. That would be the same. As we see Rick trying to get to Bops over there, getting some shots out, and now he is scouting for Pen Gaming to see the players from the other teams. As we see Team Liquid probably engaging against SS Esports near the drop, the loot box in the hills of Poshinok. We see Jubinha over there trying to get some information. He shoots a few rounds over there, maybe to call for attention from the teams surrounding that region. SS Esports playing through the top of the peak, and it seems that they are waiting for someone to come from Bimazak Strip.
And there is only one more round for SS Sports get points ahead of Corinthians. They were struggling this whole day to get points advantage of Corinthians, of course. But right now, with 10 points ahead of them, I don't think it's still enough, right?
Yeah, it's an unsafe margin.
Yeah, it's too easy for Corinthians.
Yeah, and Nobru was sent back to the lobby by a player from INTZ, but Cias with the grenade once again, finding Guerra over there and sending him to the ground. But now Japa BKR scouting for the players of INTZ. He probably heard the steps from Aranha by his side as he goes for the hunt against Aranha, and he saw Aranha right now. He know of the positioning from Aranha. He will inform that to his teammates, and now he is going to the side of the building to wait for Aranha to leave, and he saw the arm of Aranha over there once again, and Aranha took over. We see that Mars Electric is becoming a war zone between Fluxo and INTZ. Aranha still free, still waiting for the guys from Fluxo to come, and we see Cias using the grenades once again! One grenade, one kill for Cias. Doing a great job, and now we see also God Unidas fighting against Metagaming. On the other side of the safe zone, as we see Drax on the floor and Ian trying to survive, trying to stay alive for Metagaming, because that was a good fight by God Unidas. Drax still on his foot. He might be helped by Ian, who was the last player standing for Metagaming, but God Unidas trying to hold on to that rotation to not allow the players from Metagaming to come to help Drax. Kawe goes back to the lobby. And now, God Unidas trying to go for Poshinok, trying to get to the center of what probably will be the last safe zone for this match. And got with 4 kills. Good result for God in this map, since they didn't get a good day today yet. But if they get eliminated right now, that will be only 4 points, because no teams got eliminated yet, Carol.
No teams got eliminated yet, which makes the round, the match, even more excited to watch, because when the safe zone shrink and gets so small, there is no place for 12 teams, Marcelo. So I want to know,
have you ever seen the rain?
I even said that and thought at the same time, Marcelo will sing. So I want to know
Getting into your head, girl.
Yes, I really want to see who will get the guts to be alive. Because can you imagine the late safe zone crowded with 12 teams?
That would be amazing. One grenade from MTS will wipe out the...
MTS got the Booyah with one grenade.
With one grenade. He wiped out the planet. And now we see Autoboots taking a nice shot by Japa BKR and being sent to the ground. Now Santos have to deal with Fluxo over there. Fuck using the shield, but CS coming for the players from Santos, and the ice is used to protect the teammates, and now the grenades coming in from Dudu FFX trying to find Japa, and CS over there, and he finds Japa. He gets the kill on Japa BKR, and now there's only CS and Fak to play for Fluxo. CS puts Fawn to the floor with a grenade once again. Autoboot is trying to lead the charge, but the ice comes in and makes him trampled in the middle of the ice, while CS puts Fawn to the floor once again. The grenades are still coming in from the players from Fluxo. Still 12 teams alive, and we have 13 minutes played in this match. Still no wipeouts in this last map of the day. Autoboot's taking damage from the grenade launcher, the mini grenade launcher coming in, and Rush goes to the floor. CS doing a good job with the mini grenade launcher and finishing off Rush. Autobot tried to get there, but he got once again to the floor. And now Fuck is the player who is leading the charge as CS gets the quadra kill. He will increase his placement in the rankings for the top killer in the season. However, Unidas got to the fight and sent Dudu FFX to the floor. Fawn with the scythe getting 2 kills on Miguel and Mike. In summoning the Saitama.
Wow.
But Santos is wiped out with a nice play by Unidas. Fluxo trying to protect themselves still with CS and with Fuck, but Unidas now protecting themselves with the ice. Bob's trying to surround the house, trying to cover for its teammates to heal up, meanwhile we see Fuck and CS using the ice to protect themselves outside of the house, and Unidas retreating or going after the players from Fluxo as we see CS getting some damage on the players from God. He opens up from the ice, tries to find out the better placement to work on this fight, and only one team wiped out. It was Santos. We saw that happening as Unidas already gets 6 kills, and Boot on got to the fight, and Bob's found Fuck over there. They are coming after the players from Fluxo, but they chose not to fight up the hill. They have to go up because they will have to deal with INTZ, and they will not have to deal with INTZ anymore because INTZ is wiped out. As we see Kawan trying to find the grenades, and he sends Miguel back to the lobby, using the Kobe's to put players back on the lobby as we see Chubinha finishing off Lucas TD. SS Esports amassing some points for them in this last map of the day. Kawan trying to find the shots on Bobs. They get the points over there, and Metagaming is wiped out, and Unidas is also wiped out by Loud right now, and Loud finally getting to a fight where they don't lose 2 players.
And
now
no double booyah for Fluxo team, Marcelo.
No double booyah for Fluxo because Fluxo was sent back to the lobby. We see Los Grandes trying to control the pace of the match in the center of the safe zone, trying to enter from the south of from Poshinok over there, as we see Nitroxx Top 10 and Pain Gaming also there, and that fight is happening as of right now. Mamute leading the charge for Los Grandes. Stick put Dust to the ground with a nice headshot, but now he has to deal with 2 players from Los Grandes. The grenades coming in, the flashbang blinded Mamute badly, but the grenade took Stick down. And now we see Black 00 bringing Shinex to the fight as Mamute finishes off Spill. And Brabox comes from behind, and Loud will wipe out the whole scenario. They sending players from SS Esports and from Los Grandes to the ground. SS Esports is all wiped out. Will and Bravox doing a good job holding the charge for Loud. Nitroxx Top 10 gets wiped out by Pain Gaming. Finally Pain having a good day. Still Vivo KEYD alive in this matchup. It's important that maybe we will have another change in the lead. We know that Vivo KEYD is still alive. We see Nando9 over there trying to find some information. They have the center of the safe zone, but they will have to deal with Loud on the other side of the safe zone. And Pain Gaming and Los Grandes is still in this match. Carol, a thrilling end of this match.
Vivo KEYD with the full squad, Loud finally with the full squad, Pain Gaming down to 2, and only Mamute, Marcelo.
Holding on for Los Grandes. Holding on for Los Grandes. Mamute doing a good job getting the points that Los Grandes needed badly. A good day for Los Grandes, and Mamute get the kill on Kaique. He puts the first player down for Pain Gaming. He can amass some more points, and Modeste is also on the floor. But now Nando9 has to fight against him. Mamute gets the triple
Wow.
kill. He puts 2 players down and sends Ping aiming back to the lobby. That was an important play by Mamute, sending 2 players down, getting 2 points for killing and 1 more for positioning.
Yes.
Important play by Mamute right now, having a good day. And we needed to see that from Mamute as we see Loud going for Vivo KEYD. Dropbox is sent to the floor. We have the decision happening right now. K1 will try to have Dropbox, but Nando9 sends Kronos to the floor with a nice headshot once again. The players from Loud are using the ice to protect themselves and to get the better positioning. K1 puts Modestia to the ground. We see that guy going for Will and he sends Will to the ground. K1 puts General to the floor, but Nando9 and that guy bring it back. Only 1 player for each team to play. Loud is wiped out, but now Mamute can bring it back to Los Grandes. Oh my God, will it be? Mamute, he knows where Nando9 is, and he will send it back to the lobby. It's Booyah! Los Grandes! Mamute, my God! Oh my God, Mamute! Nobody expected that from you! And you did the unthinkable! You stood until the end against 2 full squads! You got the booyah! And Los Grandes is back on the fight, Carol! Incredible, amazing from Mamute!
Can that be even more real? I really love it, the strategy of Mamute right now. He let Vivo KEYD and Loud kill themselves, and he only appeared in the lead in the end, Marcelo. By the end, he was there. Oh my god, I'm really speechless right now to talking about the strategy that Mamute used right now, because was definitely the end of the game for Los Grandes, and by the hands of Mamute, because Mamute, who were the MVP in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, right now he's showing why he got the styles, like, at the least in the first 3 weeks.
The redemption for Mamute, a player that everybody waited so much to see him play like that. He gets 5 kills. He stays alive up until the end of the game, and he gets an amazing booyah for Los Grandes. Unbelievable, Carol, what Mamute did in this map. I lost my voice. I mean,
crazy things happen here today. Double booyah of Team Liquid, double booyah of Metagame with a little dog showing up for us.
Doggo!
1 booyah of Fluxo team, and a gold key of the day. Los Grandes surprising all of us. But they had a good day today, Marcelo. We saw Los Grandes in a row showing up in at least in our top 5 a lot of times here today. But let's talk about Vivo KEYD, that the record for kills in one single weekend were for before got the points of 40 kills, but right now Vivo KEYD equals this record with before. They had an amazing week this week, one of the last weeks of Free Fire Brazilian League, and they are closing the day probably being the best team of the day. But also Loud, only this last match got 15
brought
points.
It back finally.
Yeah, brought it back, and SS Sports 9 more points.
9 more points for them. We see that Cias and Mamute amassed 5 kills, but I'm still speechless after what Mamute did. That was visceral play by Mamute. That was instinctive play by Mamute, holding himself up until the end of the game, waiting for the match to resolve, and he got lucky that only 1 player from Vivo KEYD was still up, and he didn't have the information on that.
Yeah, maybe
that's the most impressive.
Yeah, maybe it was that because only 1 player was alive off of Vivo KEYD, because if 2 or 3 more players were alive, probably they would get the booyah. Not doubting about Mamute's skills, but it would give him a hard time. But Nando9 was trying to looking for them for Mamute in the end. I don't know, because it didn't explain for me the rotation that he did. But still, Mamute, he did it right. He rotated behind of the Vivo KEYD team, and he were inside of the safe zone, blocking the way for Nando 9 and get the kill.
He knew that it was his only chance to fight the late fight, but he was indeed too lucky because all players went down. Only Nando 9 remained alive, and he had to deal with a mano-mano fight, and he didn't have the information.
Yes,
because
that's
on
the
his
thing.
screen, what was showing it was that there was 2 teams still up and 5 players.
Yeah.
So he didn't know how many players from Vivo KEYD were up and how many were on the floor.
That's the thing. He didn't have the information, Marcelo. That's why I'm asking myself what Nando 9 was trying to do when he left the other players dying, of his teammates dying. Anyway,
Maybe he tried to bait the bodies of of his teammates.
maybe so, but what you said makes all the sense. Mamute didn't have the information. He just went for the late safe zone to stay alive and check it out what is going to happen. So that's what a pro player do. He's
The
definitely a pro player.
instincts from a pro player indeed. But let's check out who was the best team of the day for you guys. To check this out, it was Vivo KEYD with 80 amazing points.
Wow.
35 of them coming in Bermuda, 29 in Purgatory, 16 in Kalahari, Nando 9 with 14 kills, Modestia with 12 kills, Dead God with 11, General with a Shire showing for today with only 3 kills, but 3 players with more than 10 kills. 3 players, Carol.
And let's give a special space for Nando 9 because he is the assistance. He is the sniper guy. He takes the damage to help the frontliners to get the kills. But once again, the support is having a better performance than the others, Marcelo.
It's amazing to see what those players are doing for Vivo KEYD, at least in this past 2 weeks. It's incredible how Vivo KEYD turned the key and became one of the most dangerous teams in LBFF right now. More dangerous than Corinthians, more dangerous than SS Esports maybe. That's incredible what Vivo KEYD is doing right now. And we will see soon the highlights of the day. But SS Esports will not be there. We will have the highlights on the screen right now, and SS Esports are not there. We see that Cia's got 16 kills for Fluxo, getting Fluxo once again to the top of the highlights of the day, getting to 76 points, 33 by killing. Nice job by Team Liquid that was in desperate need of some points, but 40 kills by Vivo KEYD and 40 points per positioning. That is important on what
Yeah.
Vivo KEYD did.
And I was actually, in the individual kills, I was expecting to see MTS. But like you pointed out, SS Sports didn't show up at all in the highlights of the day. I wasn't expected to see Fluxo team. I was definitely already waiting to see Metagame because they got double Booyah. They didn't enter the club of the most points today in the highlights of the day, but still great performance from Metagame today. And Mamute and from Los Grandes, of course, because Mamute right now with the individual kills, it's saving the day for Los Grandes, Marcelo. And also Team Liquid, a big shout out for Team Liquid that for the very first time this season managed to appear in the highlights of the day.
It's good to see Team Liquid over there, and it's good to see Mamute over there as well. And those 14 kills brought Los Grandes to a more comfortable place inside of the top 12. And we're talking about the team that led a whole week in LBFF Season 5. They started the season way too aggressive and getting the points and getting the booyahs, and they vanished mid-season. And Mamute brought them back today.
Yes, indeed. But what I'm more excited to see right now, it is our standings. What is our standings, crew? Because I want to see where SS Sport it is, Marcelo.
8 points ahead of Vivo KEYD, but Vivo KEYD taking the second place from Corinthians. Corinthians still 19 points behind SS Sports right now. A decent difference between those two teams, but that makes the last week still more thrilling for us to see Fluxo getting near of that fight, getting to the 4th place. We see Los Grandes getting to the left side of the table. We see Nitroxx Top10 reaching the 11th place, and we see Team Liquid getting closer and closer to INTZ, only 6 points behind INTZ. Team Liquid will fight for the top 12.
Yes, and Los Grandes leaving the access group right now. They started the day in the 14th place, guys. They climb up so much in points. Right now, closing the day in the 9th place. It is amazing for them. But I just wanted to say again that I feel like SS Sports, when they have a big day where there is a decision to be made, they kind of struggle a little bit, because they know today would be an important day for them to get in the first place, and maybe that mess ups a little bit with their head, because they cannot get. I mean, yesterday, Triple Booyah yesterday having amazing points for killing, always showing up in the top 3, and today have this performance dropped so dramatically. It is not understandable.
Only 42 points today.
Only 42 points today, and they were the best team of the day yesterday as well, right?
With almost 90 points yesterday, and but the guy who was leading the charge for SS Sports was MTS, and we gotta check the kill leader standings for us to see who got there. MTS with 95 kills, but look at Cias.
Ooh, all the way, he was in the 4th place, or in the 5th
was in
place.
the 5th place.
In the 5th place, and he jumped to the 2nd place.
Cias is back on the fight.
He's on.
He is on. He got 16 kills today. He did a good job holding Fluxo to one of the best teams in kills for the day, and he passed over Vitinho, Ousado, and Iago. Good day for Cias as well, and not that good of a day as we imagined from MTS. He got those 6 kills in the first map of the day, and then he got only 2 kills in the next maps.
Yes, that's right.
2 kills on the next maps. Not a good day for MTS.
Yes, not a good day, but still we already were waiting to see him in the first place, almost reaching the 100 points. And if it was not a good day for him, was definitely a good day for Cias, like we just talked, that he got this big jump from the 50th place to the 2nd place. But still, Marcelo, next week will be decided who is going to be the team to finish these qualifications in the first place. We will get 12 points ahead to start the finals, and the things will get very interesting, but I'm very more excited to see our schedule for next week, Marcelo.
Because next week will be indeed a thrilling end for the regular season, as we see on Saturday we will have groups B and C going at each other, with Unidas, INTZ, Loud, Nitroxx Top10, SS Sports, and Team Liquid. The leaders going at B4, Corinthians, FURIA, Netshoes Miners, Team Codasolid, and Team 1. So we'll have SS Sports against Corinthians face to face on Saturday.
But what will happen on Sunday? It is Group A against Group B, and we'll have Fluxo team, Los Grandes, Metagame, Pengame, Santos, Rio, Vivo KEYD, and in Group B representing Unidas, INTZ, Loud, Nitroxx Top10, SS Sports, and Team Liquid. SS Sports will play 2 days in a row, Marcelo.
They will play 2 days in a row, but they will not play on the last day of competition. And you know who will be playing on the last day of competition?
Who?
Vivo KEYD and Corinthians. So SS Sports needs to get amazing points on Saturday and Sunday, or else there will be 2 amazing teams coming after them on the last day.
But I tell you what, Marcelo, I prefer to play 2 days in a row, because I got the feeling still, I got my blood
pumping.
Oh, hot worm, yes, pumping, and I prefer to play in a row. Will be good for SS Sports, but also will give a break for Corinthians to think about a little bit.
But imagine that SS Sports having good days, not amazing, but good days on Saturday and Sunday, and Corinthians and Vivo KEYD deciding on Monday without SS Sports being able to do anything.
Yes.
This last week of the regular season will be incredible. It will be amazing. And Carol, it will be a pleasure once again to be by our side for this last week.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed that, because probably this week was one of my favorite, but my favorite more than this week will come the finals. But before the finals, we have to decide some things next week. So I hope you guys can be with us next week as well. I love you.
And we will be back next season on Saturday at 1 p.m. in Brazilian time, at noon in the United States, the Eastern time from the United States. We will be here on Saturday to bring you the last week of LBFF Season 5, the regular season, because we still have the finals coming up on the other week after the next one. So be prepared, because the action is only beginning. We'll be right back on the next week, and stay tuned and stay with us. Thank you for your audience, and let's hit the skies, because it's time to drop